What's up, everybody? You're very welcome along, and it is finals day. England taking on Italy to see who gets to lift that trophy beside me right there. Now, obviously, that's not the real trophy because it'll be some job getting it over to London between the end of the game and then. But you know what I'm coming from. The team news is in. We'll go through it. There's one major change for England, which sees Trippier come in and Saka be benched. But look, how are we all? I hope that you're all well. We've got a really good game ahead of us. And don't forget, this watch along has been brought to you with thanks to our sponsors, Boyle Sports. Boyle Sports do have their famous 10 quid no lose offer on around this game, and they've had it on for every game around England in the Euros. Get yourself over to the Boyle Sports app, stick a tenner on any market on the game related to England and Italy. If it doesn't come up, Boyle Sports will refund you that as a tenner free bet to your account. That offer is open to UK and Irish residents, age 18 plus. And the most important words I'm going to say today, ladies and gentlemen, please, please, please always gamble responsibly. Right, ladies and gentlemen, look. How are we? It's finals day. If you're English, are you nervous? If you're Italian, are you nervous? If you're Irish, do you care? I do. I genuinely do. I care because I've enjoyed this tournament. I care because it's a really intriguing final. And like last night, Coppa America. Did a late watch along of that one. And I was so happy to see Leo Messi finally lift himself a trophy on an international level with Argentina. Where am I from, Craig? Here. I'm from here, mate. Right here. Where I am. In me gaff. Obviously I'm from Ireland, mate. The accent gives it away. But I hope you're well wherever you're watching from. And again, as you can see, loads of stuff going on today. The England team news is in, Italian team news is in. We'll go through that in a couple of minutes time. Let me know your predictions, ladies and gents. Bernadette, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. I'm not going to lie, I'm up even less time than I am normally because that McGregor fight obviously had me up till all hours last night, and that wasn't the end that any of us wanted to see. Messi or Maradona, said Yasir. I gotta say, mate, Maradona. I mean, that's the only name above Messi for me. Diego's the GOAT in my opinion. Then Messi, then Ronaldo, then George Best, then Pele. That's my top five. It's coming Rome, said JT. How are you? Watch the Coppa and watch the Euros too. Evening, Craig from Gorey again. Come on, Italy, said St. Jimmy. How are you, pal? Yeah, look, it wasn't a great final last night in the Copa America, I won't lie. You know yourself, Jimmy, you were watching it. A lot of theatrics, but you know, they got the job done. Messi got the trophy. Argentina won it, and that made me happy because I wanted them to win it. Water Dragons going 2-1 to Italy. I should say, by the way, Mr. Crosby is in my gaff today. He's over in that direction. You can't see him, but you know, I'm sure he'll say hello. Say hello, Connor.
Hello, Connor.
See, he's over there, fully bearded up, just making a show of me. Man's what, 22 years of age now, is it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, 22 when he can grow a beard, and I'm older and absolutely can't. But there you go. So Connor's up for the final as well. You won't see or hear him, but he'll be in the background doing work as always. Craig, be honest, do England deserve to win? Well, honestly, mate, I think both sides really deserve their place in the final. Like, Italy have had the harder path. Nobody can deny that. Just because the way that side of the draw worked out. There was a lot more shocks on the other side of the draw. But I think we have a final with two teams that deserve to be in the final. So, I don't know if they deserve to win it. You deserve to win it if you win the final. Whoever wins it will deserve to win it. I know that probably sounds like I'm sitting on the fence, but it's a genuine, honest answer. I think we have a final with two teams who deserve to be in the final. The diving competition was great last night, said Liz. Yeah, it was a bit, you know, I mean, if we were to stereotype that, Liz, you know, before the game last night, would have been called out, and rightly so, but there was a lot of diving going on, you're right. Kevin Smith's gone 2-1 to England. How are you, Kevin? Welcome in. Alejandro's gone 2-1 to England. Welcome into you as well, Alejandro. Nice to see you in. Joanne's in the chat as always. Joanne, I hope that you're well. Lots of love to you and the family. Right, what else have we got? Now, don't forget, if anything goes wrong during the stream, ladies and gentlemen, you've got the emoji there. You know what one to use. Blame Connor, always, even if it's my fault. Sorry, lads, I'm off to the pub to enjoy the game. I reckon Italy will win with 3 goals. William, enjoy it, man. Have a good one. And, yeah, have a good night out, mate, and be safe. Irishman staying neutral. Pathetic. No, what's pathetic is lads like you, mate, that live in the past. So, I'm gathering you probably support an English football team or like an English band or, hey, maybe even travel over to England on holiday. So, what is pathetic is people that live in the past. If Ireland were playing England, of course I'd want Ireland to win. I'd want Ireland to destroy them. And I know it would be the other way around. But this is like me just hating on something. No English people that are alive now are responsible for anything that happened in the past. Those players, that manager, none of them are responsible for what happened in our country in the past. So why should I carry that hate forward? I'm a neutral because I'm not a Neanderthal, mate. So if you feel that way, I'm sad that you carry around that much hate, but I'm a positive dude and I'm going to keep looking forward. I've loads of English mates. If they win, I'll congratulate them. If they lose, I'll commiserate them. And yeah, I'll banter them as well. But, you know, at the end of the day, I don't care what you think about me, mate, because you're not sitting in this chair. I am. You just go be you, and I'll carry on being magnificent. Can we get an amen from Connor? Bernadette wants to know.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
3-3 goes to penalties, and Italy to win 4-3 on penalties. What else have we got? Thoughts on the Conor McGregor fight, Jed Yasir? It was anticlimactical, buddy, to say the least. I mean, interesting first round. McGregor going for the guillotine was obviously a mistake because Dustin got position, but the ankle snap, it wasn't the end that any was wanted to see. You know, again, both of them, you could see the genuine needle there in the post-match interviews between the two of them. So I think we'll see a fourth fight. Dustin will rightfully go on and fight for the title, and McGregor will heal up, and I think we'll see a fourth fight because it needs to be resolved in a better way. So yeah, it just wasn't really what either of us wanted. He wants England to win after everything that happened up north. Did I once say I wanted England to win though? Did I, Quasimodo? I mean, rewind back to the part of the stream where I said I want England to win. And I tell you what, mate, if there was a point and I'd do that, I'll give 500 quid to a charity of your choice. And if there isn't, how about you man up and give me 500 quid to give to a mental health charity? But you won't, pal, though, will you? Because you're just another gobby nobody sitting behind the keyboard. You haven't got the nuts, mate, and you're twisting the facts to suit your argument. So, want to take the bet, Quasimodo? Want to email me right now? Because I'll sort it out live on the stream, pal. If I said those words, I'll give you 500 quid to give to a charity of your choice. If I didn't, pony up the dough, fella, and give it to a mental health charity of my choice. So, yeah. How about stop being such a sap, hiding behind a fake name, and your avatar's even shit, mate. Do you know what I mean? I mean, get a better, if you're trying to look edgy, get a better avatar than that, mate. It looks shit. Right, the interview was wrong. Said Keane, he was nasty. Well, to be fair, mate, they were both nasty in the interview. Dustin Poirier said a few bits and pieces. What I did like about Dustin Poirier was he did at least say, you know, he wants McGregor to go home to his beautiful family, which was a nice statement from Dustin. And yeah, I mean, that's the side of McGregor I don't think many of us really like, but you know, I recognise that expression on his face of absolute anger and frustration because you didn't get to do what you thought you were going to be able to. That happens to me if I can't open a tin of beans in the kitchen, let alone go into the octagon. Greg said, imagine watching it here. I don't know where here is, mate, but you're in here commentating or commenting on it, so imagine not wanting to be here, but yeah, being here, Greg. Your name's Craig. Is that even a real name? Craig. Sounds like somebody got my name awfully wrong, mate. Anyway, we move on. I like McGregor, but he was out of order, in my opinion. Said Keane, he's always out of order, mate. That's the way McGregor is. That's one of the reasons you like him or you don't like him. Stephen O'Connor's going for 1-1 in penalties. I thought the fight before was better. The fight before was probably the worst one of the whole night, Bernadette. And even Dana White, the UFC president, was moaning about the Wonderboy Thompson fight. It wasn't a great fight at all. Yeah, it was a bit of a letdown. I mean, Wonderboy Thompson's been in some great fights, but that wasn't one of them, unfortunately, last night. McGregor talking about his wife being in the DMs was a bit bad, but I still laughed. Yeah, but it was also true. That's the thing, like. He put the screenshot. I have a feeling that the only reason she was in the DMs was probably to say, you never ponied up the money that you promised to the charity if you lost the last time, mate. That's probably why she was in his DMs, I'd guess. But yeah, it was below the belt, and certainly the family should never be brought into these things. Unless, of course, somebody mentions mine, in which case I'm going to tell them I'm going to shag their mark or something. That's the way I work, you know it at this point. Do I think there'll be a fourth fight? Yes, I do, mate, absolutely. What channel are you going to watch the match on? Do you know, I said this to Connor beforehand. I'm going to watch it on BBC One just so the clock is right. Because if I watch it on RTE, by the time the half's over with, we'll be 18 seconds behind. Should have been a no contest at own. I was again saying that to my missus. Like, we know in boxing, if it goes to 4 rounds or below 4 rounds and there's a cut or something like that happens, it's a no contest. If it goes 4 rounds or beyond and something like that happens where there's a stop because of an accidental clash of heads or something, that goes to the scorecards. But in the UFC, obviously different set of rules. So the rules are the rules. If you're not able to carry on, you lose. That's the way it is. Craig, players like Hendo, Bobby, Robbo and Alisson, when will they join up with the squad? I think they'll be given 2 or 3 weeks holidays. I think 3, if I'm sure, depending on when, of course, they all went out of tournaments, which, you know, will both be within a day of each other for the ones that you've listed. So the club are right now, as I'm sure you know, over in Austria in their training camp, and it looks magnificent. Canade's going over, he's joined up with the boys. And look, the players will get a rest, of course, after the international duty. I think 2 or 3 weeks, so they will be back a lot later than the rest of the lads. Jens, you are funny, mate. Where's Mark? I like that, mate. Well played. I'm guessing you want Italy to win. See, I don't care who wins. I don't want to see a good game of football. Now, people will say to me, oh, Craig, you know, shouldn't you want England to lose? Everything that happened in the past as well. And people will say maybe some of their fans, yada yada. But I could argue it the other way. I could say I'm a Liverpool fan. After what happened with Sean Cox, I have an anti-Italian bias. But I don't, because I'm old enough and educated enough to understand that you can't just randomly hate everybody because of something some people did. So, to me, I don't care who wins the final. I just want to watch a good game of football. If England win it, great. If Italy win it, great. Now, what I will say is, we all know damn well that if England do it, we'll never, ever, ever hear the end of it. But if Ireland won something, I'd make sure nobody never heard the end of it either. So, that, you know, I just don't do hate is what I'm trying to say. I don't get that mentality of begrudgery. I don't get it. Who do you like more, Gerrard or Fowler? For me, it's Fowler. But Conor, I don't think I've ever asked you this. Who's your favourite ever Liverpool player?
Probably Steven Gerrard. Like, likes of Fowler was kind of before my time. So I'd say Gerrard.
Yeah, so for me, Robbie Fowler, my favourite Liverpool player ever. I love the guy. But like Gerrard would be right up there, and for Conor it would be Stevie G. Rod's in the house. Rod, how are you? Rod, you know, still hurting, mate, is it? You know, the fact that Germany were knocked out by England, Rod. Come on, be honest, mate. You know, I don't get to wind you up very often, Rod, but nice to see you win, buddy. I hope all is well. Love to the family over in Australia.
Did he have a cross-on emoji or?
No cross-on emoji or a cup of coffee emoji today. Just hey, folks. How are you? It's always lovely to see Rod in. Is the debate over since Messi lifted the cup? I've never been involved in this debate, mate. I've always been very clear that to me it was always Messi, but I think, you know, I'm just glad for him that he can, you know, having lost 4 finals previously with Argentina, he's finally went and won one with regards to, you know, an international trophy. Southgate always plays 3-4-3 against strong teams. Right, let's have a look at the starting lineups for the first time tonight anyway. So we'll start off with the Italians. They've gone for Gianluigi Donnarumma, obviously in goal, Di Lorenzo, Bonucci, Chiellini and Emerson. So look, if you're being honest about that, there's a lot of experience in that Italian backline, but not a whole lot of pace. So, you know, if you're thinking late into the game and legs are tiring and you look to the England bench with Saka on there, Grealish on there, and then the pace that England have as well, you know, you can see how they can get at Italy, but that's easier said than done when Chiellini and Bonucci are there because they've been there, seen it and done it. In midfield then, Nicolo Barella. I did it for first time tonight. Well done, Craig. Barella there, then Jorginho and Verratti. Then Chiesa, Immobile and Insigne make up the attacking front 3 for Italy. In England, Pickford, Walker, Stones, Maguire. Kieran Trippier, Calvin Phillips, Declan Rice, Luke Shaw, Raheem Sterling, Mason Mount and Harry Kane. On the bench for both sides, Sirigu, Locatelli, Belotti, Berardi, Pessina, Acerbi, Cristante, Bernardeschi, Bastoni, Florenzi, Toloi and Mere. And then on the bench for England, Grealish, Henderson, Rashford, Ramsdale, Mings, Cody, Sancho, Calvert-Lewin, Sam Johnston, Reece James, Bukayo Saka and Liverpool's future signing Jude Bellingham. I feel like I have an incredible underrated legend. Dudek, Kuyt and Smeets aren't talked about much. I wouldn't class Dudek as a legend personally. You know, to me, obviously he had a great final in Istanbul, but overall, I wouldn't put him down as anywhere near even my top 5 Liverpool keepers. Dirk Kuyt, I love everything about the man. Everything. His attitude, everything. And Vladimir Smicer, I've been fortunate enough to meet, and I will say is an absolute gent. Really good guy, and was really funny as well. And again, somebody who had a huge moment, but somebody who, you know, I wouldn't class as a great personally, but a very, very nice dude.
Peter Crouch is always one for me as well.
Oh, Crouch is God. Look, yeah. If you wanted to go out for a drink with somebody, it's Crouchy. 100%. Do you know what? I'd add Mika Richards to that list as well. Mika Richards, I know he's not a Liverpool player, but my God, that lad looks like so much fun.
See him on Gogglebox with Cara.
Yeah, he's brilliant. He looks like a great lad. Right, so as you can see there, pinned to the top of the chat, Mundo Sporto, dead, gone, finished it, threw it in the bin, mate. It is now my new channel, my personal channel. It's called Craig Station. You can sub to it at the top there. I'm going to be covering everything non-sport related. So I'm going to be talking about whatever I find funny, interesting, and we've got a couple of good show ideas up our sleeves. We'll have some interesting guests on there as well. There may even be a podcast on the line. Or down the line, I should say. So please do go over, sub to it. It is called Craig Station. That is the name. I've been holding off on telling you guys for ages. So that's my new channel. And yeah, hope to see you guys over there in the future for some non-sporting stuff. The odds are you're going to see me on That's Football next season as well. And of course, I'll be here on Anfield Agenda right the way through, bringing you all the Liverpool coverage throughout the season. Please sing Hey Jude. Hey Jude! That's all I know from the song, because I don't like the Beatles. So that's it. Crouchy is boss. He is. He's deadly. So you know what I mean? What would you be if you weren't a footballer, Peter? A virgin. That was his answer. As soon as he said that to me, I love the man. Loved him forever. Based on almost 50 years of experience, Rod is predicting a scruffy 1-0 win for the Italians in extra time. Is Richards just loud and wrong? I just like him as a laugh, mate. I'm not talking about his punditry or anything. I'm saying if I was to go out for a pint with him, I'd just say it'd be great fun. He just looks like he'd be a good laugh. Did you see Tom Cruise and Kate Moss got invited to the final? That is... Yeah, see that...
Robbie Keane as well.
Yeah, but at least he's a football player.
He's on some UEFA board actually, so that's probably why.
Yeah, he's been on Sportum all his life. That UEFA board. He sat at home as a child wanting to be on that UEFA board his entire life. Yeah, it is a bit odd, isn't it? When you see the dignitaries like that. Well, Kate Moss is English, so you get that. So at least she's English. But Tom Cruise... Will
it be all Scientologists by then, do you reckon?
Oh, you're not allowed to say that, mate. That's Connor. Finished now. You know, you'll be assigned a stalker now.
It's not blame Connor, it's cancel Connor now.
Yeah. Connor's hate speech. Neck yourself, you ain't buying Jude Bellingham. I'm not buying him, mate. Not personally, but watch this space, fella. You know the way United fans thought they were getting Sancho when they got him? I'm absolutely convinced Liverpool are going to sign Jude Bellingham. Not this summer, because they won't sell him this summer. But next summer. Hendo's already putting the hard yards in. Don't worry about that, mate. Jude knows what's happening. Score predictions, Craig. I'm going to go 2-1 Italy. I think 2-1 Italy. That's my genuine prediction. Connor, score prediction?
3-2 Italy.
Connor's going 3-2 Italy. And you know what? I also wouldn't be surprised to see it go all the way to a penalty shootout. But yeah, my prediction genuinely is a 2-1. I said it on Twitter. No hate involved. That's how I think the game will go. Thanks for singing. You're funny, mate. My pleasure. You see it? No problem. What's the story on Basuma? I don't know, mate. I've been in bed unwell for ages, so I haven't really been keeping up to date with stuff. I've had a few days off and that, so you know, I'll be back on all things Liverpool related tomorrow. There'll be a late night agenda tomorrow. Sabrina said in the chat that Connor has outed himself as an oppressive person now. That's it. Yeah, you're an OP, Connor. You are screwed, mate.
Cancelled.
Not cancelled. You're going to wish you were cancelled.
See all the lads with Ford and haircuts.
Everywhere you go now, there'll be cameras, just lads following you going, so Connor. 3-1 England, said Michael Manning. Mick Wall's gone 3-1 to Italy. Gakul's gone 1-0 Italy. What's the difference between your job and your wife's job? Your job still sucks after 10 years. Ooh. You do know my wife's in the chat, Peter. And I can confirm that 20 years later, I'm still happy. Put it that way. Na 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 na. Mark's reactions will be priceless tonight. They will indeed. Connor actually has his stream open there as well, just for those big moments. To be honest, I expect a very boring 1-0 game. That's alright, Peter. I can tell from what you were saying it was a bit of banter, mate. It's all good. You know, I can tell people's intent a lot of the time, and that was just banter, dude. Nothing wrong. You weren't slagging off the missus or anything. It was just a joke.
Do you want me to give you the awards to the national anthem for Italy, or have we learned it off yet?
I've obviously learnt it off you. I remember we all know the Italian national anthem, don't we, at this point? There was a very good point made, though. So, apparently England wanted 3 lines to be sung as part of the pre-match thing, and UEFA said no. Okay, fair enough, but Andrea Bocelli sang in Rome.
Did he sing the actual anthem though?
No, but he just sang. No, he didn't. He just sang.
What was the reason?
They said it was too late to make it. You know, you can understand that part, like, but it doesn't suit my narrative. But they said it was just too late to make changes. Ella, how are you? Lovely to see you in the chat. I hope you're keeping well. Sabrina said her skills are not in question even after 20 years. Look at the arrogance from somebody who won't even show herself to the camera. Jesus. Sex tape on the way. Right, we love you, bro. Love you too, man. How are you? Goldbridge won't say a word if it goes to penalties. He'll be dying instead. I can imagine what it would be like. I know from when Liverpool have had penalty shootouts how I felt. And I remember Italia 90. I remember the Romania penalty shootout for Ireland, and I know how I felt then as a child even. So, yeah. I mean, the national anthems are being sung now. We are moments away from the final taking place. May the best team win. It's what I will say about this English group is, and Connor mentioned this to me earlier on as well, they're one of the most likeable groups, aren't they, between players and manager? I mean, whatever you think about Southgate's decisions on the pitch or his tactical choices, he's a pretty nice man, and he comes across very well. And the England players, you know, particularly the young ones coming through, they do a lot of great stuff. And Hendo's a legend, and Rashford's a legend in what they do, and Sterling, and they all do some really good stuff. So, you know, it's hard to hate them. It's hard to hate such a good group of people. Like,
very young team as well, isn't it?
Yeah, which I think actually plays into their hands, because they don't have any of the baggage that some of the older players would have felt through other losses and stuff. James said, love the content, bro, keep it up. You wearing a Barca shirt? You were right, I am, mate. I make no bones about it. Barcelona are the only other club in the world I care about after Liverpool, and I've said it for years. I've said it from day one. And yeah, I am wearing a Barca shirt. Well, because, I mean, what else? I don't know what else I was going to wear today. This was the first thing I grabbed out of the wardrobe. Right, we got, hey Craig, good to see you happy and well. Channel still growing. Thank you very much. Global Egypt, just on getting on the far end of a really bad gum and sinus infection, mate, which had knocked the arse out of me for a few days. So yeah, the antibiotics are coming to an end in a day or so. So all good at the minute. Feeling much better. A couple of Italian players look like pensioners, say Bernadette. Yeah, but they're the ones to watch for, I'm telling you. Like, Chiellini is an absolute legend. I mean, how the man was so calm before that penalty shootout. Do you remember the coin toss? Where Jordi Alba and himself were in the centre of the pitch, and he was hugging him and lifting him up and arguing and bantering and having fun with him. And Jordi Alba just looked at him as if to go, what? What's happening? Like, are you human? Craig Station. It's all one word, mate, but yeah, that's the new channel name, Craig Station. England's greatest moments in 66. You know, if I was England, I'd be going around telling everyone, mate, we've a 100% record in finals. Do you know what I mean? And if I was anti-English, I'd be saying, yeah, but you've only ever played them in your own country. But, you know, I'm in the middle. This referee is a good referee, by the way, so I've just jinxed him. Bjorn Kuipers from Netherlands. Good referee. So, you know, we've had the coin toss now. Chiellini, Kane, just giving high five and shaking hands with the officials, and we're about to get underway, ladies and gentlemen. So again, strap yourselves in, relax, we'll have a little bit of fun, and may the best team win. Henderson hat-trick in extra time. Messi ended one jinx, can England end another, says Mark. Is Craig Station going to be a gaming channel? No, it could, well, it's not going to be any one thing, put it that way. Expect anything on there. It's going to be a positive channel, put it that way. Lots of positive stuff, happiness, laughter. I may bring Mario Kart to it at some point, mate. You know, I may even go on to Twitch with Craig Station and do a little bit on there. Wait, watch this space, nothing's off limits.
Is basically Babe Station with Craig.
Yeah, it's basically Babe Station, really. Just think of it that way. I'll be sitting there with a phone, going, you want me to take something else off? Ring me up.
Car.
Here's the little car, yeah. The Insignia Mobile, as it's being called. Good to see it wrapped in the Pride colours. It's a nice touch from UEFA. Yeah, I wonder how much Volkswagen paid. Has that come out yet? How much Volkswagen paid for that privilege?
See if I can find it. It's a great idea though.
It's a deadly idea. I'm all for mad little things like that.
They should do like each half, one team has it drive around and try like knock the players' feet and stuff.
Yeah. That'd be deadly, yeah. I think I remember a drone one at one point as well.
Really?
Yeah, I think I've seen a drone one somewhere.
Or dropping the ball in.
Yeah.
That's class.
I wouldn't be fucking... It'd be landing before I'd be picking it off. Right, we're about to get underway, ladies and gents. Italy are playing from left to right and we're underway. Italy immediately in possession. I'm so intrigued to see how this works out. Gareth Southgate has changed his team a lot throughout his tenure. Always sets himself up for the particular opposition he's playing against. And look, how can any of us doubt what he's done, really? He's got England to a semi-final of a World Cup and the final of the Euros. So, that's pretty impressive by anybody's standards. Mario Kart's the best game ever, Josh, isn't it? It's just amazing. Does the man of the match get the remote control card? That's a belter of a shout from Liz. I tell you what, Liz, you email that into UEFA there, because I tell you, I'd want it. I'd rather it than the trophy anyway. That's a deadly idea.
Captain gets the trophy, vice captain gets the car.
Yeah, there you go. Hendo gets the car, so doesn't he? England working out left side to Luke Shaw. Back with Maguire. Oh God, that's a shaky... I don't know why he's pointing at... Maguire puts the ball out for a corner and then has the cheek to point at Pickford, like Pickford's done something. Here we go. First set piece of the game. Bit of nerves perhaps from Harry Maguire there. He's been very good throughout the tournament. But it is a corner to Italy. Insignia's over it. Not the start England would have wanted. Chiellini's in there with Stones. In comes the corner. It's cleared by Maguire, so he's atoned for his error there. Sterling heads it down to Mason Mount. I know Mount was a bit of a doubt with a foot injury, but obviously Gareth Southgate's and the medical team convinced enough that he's able to start. Harry Kane now picks up the ball in space for England, works it across right hand side. Trippier on the overlap. Look at the speed of Walker. Look at him go. Ball in. Back post. Shaw. It's 1-0. Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw, within 2 minutes, has made it 1-0 to England. Luke Shaw, what a tournament he is having. And Luke Shaw arrives late at the far post and absolutely buries it to make it 1-0 to England. That is... They got bodies forward when they needed to there. I tell you what, he had overlap, he had Walker on the right hand side, Trippier whips it to the far post, and then bang, there he is. Luke Shaw takes his opportunity. He was one of the players I was going to stick money on for a goal because his odds were so high, but it is 1-0 to England, and if anything, that's probably done us all a favour for the game.
Yeah, it should open up now.
England have the lead, ladies and gentlemen. There will be no VAR checks. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. A great ball by Kane out wide right hand side, and then a lovely cross in. It goes over everybody's head. Lovely finish from Luke Shaw. You got to give credit. That was a difficult opportunity, and he takes it first time, watches it all the way on the half volley. I mean, that is difficult, folks. I mean, 9 times out of 10 they're ending up in row Z. But he got himself over the top of the ball. Great finish by Luke Shaw, and that is a moment that man will remember for the rest of his life, and England have the lead at Wembley. I can hear Goldbridge from here through Connor's earphones.
It's Craig.
Sorry, Ballbridge. Fakebridge. So yeah, it's 1-0 to England. Oh, Italy are the home team, aren't they, in this one? No, you have England, that's it, there you go. Let me just change the score. 1-0 to England, folks. There you go. That is, I have to say, I didn't expect that quick of a start, but there you are. Very good goal as well. Now, it's over to you, Italy. What have you got? We've got ourselves a final, ladies and gentlemen. I wonder if anybody had Luke Shaw for his goal scorer. I'd say the odds would have been rather generous.
I'd imagine so.
You can almost... I mean, Manchester United fans, I'd say the tissues are out already now. I'd say there is just white everywhere.
Best left back in the world, sure, isn't he?
I tell you, he's been the best left back in the Premier League this season, if I'm being honest.
Is he an outside shout for player of the tournament, do you reckon?
You're not allowed. You're only allowed to say Jorginho, apparently, for everything. Ballon d'Or, everything. You're not allowed. He's had a very good tournament, Luke Shaw. He really has. I mean, I said he's the best left back last season, by the way. Don't take this out of context. I'm not swapping Robbo for anybody. But yeah, there we go. What a goal to get us off. Will get us off. It's certainly probably gotten a few United fans off. Wonder how many kids now are going to be named Luke in 9 months. I mean, that's the dream start, isn't it? If you're English. If you're Italian, I mean, they won't lose the heads. They're experienced enough, you know. They've got that very, very... What is it, 38, 39 games unbeaten under Mancini? But if you're England... You would have been going into this obviously as a fan with a lot of nerves, and that's the karma you want. You've got a bit of a buffer now no matter what happens.
There's my bet on anyway.
What was your bet?
2-0 at half time, Italy.
There you go. Do you know what the mad thing is? Like, both teams to score was better than even money. I couldn't believe that when I looked at it. Would I rather have Jude Bellingham at Liverpool or at Ireland? Liverpool, clearly. Because even Jude Bellingham at Ireland, we still wouldn't be winning that, mate. Plus, if other things are to be, you know, if we look at other situations, you may end up running off to England anyway. So, Italy in possession. Move the ball out right hand side. As I said, they won't panic. These are experienced Italian players. But great start this for the home side. I honestly never would have thought we'd get a goal that quick. And what shocked me about it was how... Oh, there's a free kick shot. That's going to be in a good position here. What shocked me about it was how many bodies they got forward in that attack. So as I said, so it was a great ball by Kane that opened up space, but Walker killed himself to get round the outside, and then England had 3 bodies in the box and then the ball deep to Shaw. That's what amazed me about that, was how quickly England got bodies forward in the attack, which is a good opening statement.
All came from Maguire putting it out for a corner as well. Yeah,
there you go. I said he atoned for his error. Somebody saying offside goal. Okay, mate. Defo, yeah. I don't know, yeah. Maybe you're watching the game upside down. Right, anyway, free kick one. Insigne over the free kick. Outside the box. I'm saying nothing. Insigne over the bar. Obviously knew I had a 5 running from score from outside the box at 20-1. Tell you, he had a bit of room. That wall wasn't in a great position from the angle that I was seeing there.
It's mad the players all lie down behind the walls, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that they've done that because of Messi, Coutinho and a few others who've been cheeky enough to go under the wall.
They usually just kneel though, they don't like properly lie down.
Yeah, but it's better if you just lie down with your back to it though. You can never get done for a handball then.
Can't get up quickly then though.
True, but usually with a wall, it either goes into the wall, over the wall, or there's usually enough time. Love you too, Karen. Thank you very much for the kind words. Yeah, that wall didn't look like it was well positioned to me, by the way, seeing the replay, but they got away with it. Oh, Chiesa starting. Shehousery incoming. See, that was genius there. Maguire knew what was going on, didn't he? Booted out for a corner, lured the Italians into a false sense of security, then cleared the own corner, and Kane started the break then. Do you know what I mean? Imagine that was the plan. So what, lads? Booted out for a corner early doors. Shaw with the throw in. Kane knocks it forward. Sterling gives chase. I mean, Sterling against Insigne, there's a 50-50 chance for him to win that header. Sterling goes down, free kick. Chiellini tries to pick him up. Oh, I mean, look, I'm as intrigued to watch the shithousery between both of them. It's like, you know, the two masters, like Kane, Sterling and a few other England players, you know, have learned the dark arts. And nothing wrong with it. But, you know, it is intriguing because I often moaned about Liverpool being too nice at times, and I wanted more shithousery, and I think Milner and Robbo have brought that to the club. Am I on That's Football next season? Most likely, but not. We haven't finished talking yet, but most likely. They need me, don't they? Let's be honest. I mean, there's too much hair on there. Somebody needs to keep Goldbridge in check. I didn't say checks because he's doing a very good job of that, keeping himself in checks. Oh, Italians on the counter attack. The ref, I think, will he bring it back for the free now though? No, it's a throw in. Oh, Trippier telling him to get up, bit of needle, go on. I love a bit of needle. I do love it. I'll never forget. Like, wasn't it Robbo and Fabinho standing over Messi?
Yeah, and Robbo like pushed his head down and run it past.
Oh, love it. I love a bit of needle. Aren't you getting paid €5 on an apple? No, I'm getting €5 and an unripe pear, mate, is what's happening.
We're trying to get that bumped up to $8.50. Ball
into the box. Oh. Honestly, I know you don't tell this to him, but honestly, in situations like that, for me, it's always been about vibes with me. I mean, I've been offered to do stuff that I've turned down that would be high paying stuff because, well, one, I don't take money. I'm taking small money and I will declare that money. But other than that, it's all about vibes for me. And I like Drawdy and I like Mark and I had fun on there, and that's the most important thing to me. And look, it's a good platform as well, don't get me wrong. But it's mostly about the fact that they trust me. Nobody else has been able to host on that channel. They've given nobody else the responsibility to do a solo except me, so I take that as a compliment. And yeah, hopefully good times ahead. Lots of fun. And I get to watch more football, so that's a win-win as far as I'm concerned. But let's focus on this. 11 minutes gone. Only 89 or 79 to go, England fans. Would I ever go on the kickoff? I mean, I've always said the same thing, Quinch, mate. Our door at Anfield Agenda is always open to everybody. Drop us a line, anybody, anytime. We'll always reply. We'll always answer. And you're wrong in this to saying that. The only thing I'll tell you I'll never do is go on AFTV. Other than that, there's nothing I'd ever rule out. I think you'd be stupid to as well.
Good ball.
That's a lovely ball. Kane having a good start here. Ball in again. Oh, I thought Sterling header there. I was seeing the 45-1 coming in. Here comes the rain as well. That'll suit the English. Kane's had a good start to this game. Look at that. Lovely drop of the shoulder. Nice ball out. Again, look at the space out on that right hand side. Are we going to have to admit that Southgate might just be a tactical genius at international level?
Kane's playing very deep, isn't he?
It's similar to what he's done with Spurs, though. Only for, what happens is when Kane drops that deep, it does create the space wide and put space in behind because the centre-backs don't know to follow him. If they don't follow him, then he's got a load of space to work in. If they do, it opens up space and wide areas are in behind. You don't put high crosses into Gianluigi Donnarumma's area where he can come out and claim it. Italy on the counter-attack now. Look, referee, I love that. Referee telling him to get up. I told you this lad take no crap.
Who is ref?
He's Bjorn Kuipers.
Oh.
He's a very, very experienced referee. I told you before I watched that programme UEFA had called Man in the Middle. He was one of the referees involved in it. Sterling now. England playing with a lot of confidence and swagger. As I said to you before, I don't think this team carried the baggage that the England teams of before will. Because, a lot of these young lads don't know much disappointment. They've won. A lot of these lads have won nearly everything at club level. And then you've got other lads like Calvin Phillips who's coming through at Leeds. Damn fine footballer. Here's Mount now, left hand side. Good tackle on, that'll go for a corner to England. Go on, Maguire. I won't lie, a tenner of Maguire to score a header of 20-1.
Good tackle from the Ballon d'Or contender there.
He slipped.
Wasn't even a corner either. Came off Mount's knee.
Oh, imagine the fume. But can we just take a second as well to say how great it has been during this entire Euros to see fans back in stadiums? It's been brilliant. It just reminds you how amazing football is with fans. Why are you wearing this shirt today? Because it was the first thing I grabbed in my wardrobe, mate. You know, I didn't think that deeply about it. I mean, if you want to say it's a nod to Leo for last night, I'll happily take that as well. Why do people read so much into what football shirts I'm wearing? Like, no one ever says that when I wear an MLS shirt. I just wear football shirts, mate. I've got a wardrobe full of them.
Craig's a massive chav. That's the biggest thing.
I'm a huge chav. Yeah, basically I live in polyester. Craig, will you be doing next season's Liverpool reactions on here or on Craig's station? Everything Liverpool related will be on Anfield Agenda, mate. Anfield Agenda, watch-alongs, previews, match reactions. Obviously, clips up on Anfield Agenda Extra as well. Don't forget to check out that channel. So yeah, all things Liverpool always going to be here, pal. This is our home. No matter how much money Twitch want to throw at us. Donnarumma to Chiellini.
Nico tweeting England have won the Euros.
Southgate is no genius, bruv, says Matt Joe 1982. I take it then you're a year younger than me, mate. Well, it's a bit hard to argue that he's not done a good job, fella, when he's got to a World Cup semi-final and his team are currently leading in the European Championships final. Obviously the man's doing something right. Now, I'm not saying he could translate that into club football on a weekly basis, but he certainly has turned this England national team around. Is it true Tielemans wants to move to Liverpool? I believe he, from what I've read, he himself would certainly be open to it, from what I've read. But I don't know between the clubs or anything like that. I've got nothing. But I did see some articles come out of Belgium that said it's a move that he likes the idea of, in theory. But who wouldn't, to be fair? It's a huge club. Ball into the box here from Italy. Again, good defending. That's why Trippier's been brought in. He's offside though, but yeah, getting up and down the channel like that. Craig, it doesn't matter what shirt you wear. Absolutely, Kevin. Not to me either. And I mean,
There's a mile on side.
And I don't really understand why people care what shirt they wear. Do you know what I mean? It's if I was sitting here and it was just a Nike top, nobody'd care. I'll never wear another Premier League club shirt. But yeah, I just like football shirts.
That is a sexy kit as well.
This kit, yeah, it's gorgeous. His bench is stacked. Oh, Matt Joe, absolutely, mate. The talent that this England team has at their disposal in Southgate, I can't argue what you've said there, buddy. Not that I want to be arguing with you, of course, but yeah, he does have an absolutely great group of players. And that's without Trent there, do you know what I mean? Luke Shaw, brilliant. Loads of people in that. Yeah, he's had a very, very good season indeed, Luke Shaw. You cannot argue with that. As long as it isn't a different Premier League kit, why do people care? Exactly. And I'd never buy or wear a different Premier League kit. So, yeah, I don't get why people get their knickers in a twist over it. I just buy jerseys I like the look of. Like, I've got a Boca Junior shirt upstairs. I've got about 5 MLS shirts upstairs. I've got a few different Barca shirts. I've got, yeah, Ireland shirts, old Liverpool shirts, Brazil shirt, Argentina shirt.
Apparently there's loads of ticketless fans that are barging into the disabled area. It's like absolutely packed apparently.
How can they... I don't... Listen, look, as we don't know if it's factual or not, but if it is factual...
It's unless already reporting, so...
Oh, well then it's factual. How? How did they not have enough security? Have they not learned? I've never been to Wembley, so I don't know what the layout is like. I don't know what the surrounding area... I've seen the aerial shots, obviously, but I've never gone to a game there, so... Arnold should be playing midfield for this England squad. In your opinion, Messi deserved to win yesterday. But Messi didn't win yesterday. Argentina won yesterday. And again, it doesn't really matter what we think who deserves to win. The scoreline was the scoreline. So Argentina won the game. And they should have won it by probably another goal at least, because Messi missed the sitter. So yeah, the only real chance I can think of was Richarlison forcing Emi Martinez into a good save with his left hand. Other than that, I don't think Brazil really did much in the Copa America final. So I would say, yes, Argentina and Leo deserve to win the game. Right. Declan Rice into Sterling. I wonder will City still want to sell Sterling now after the tournament he's had?
Well, if they are going to now, probably is a good time. Best price.
Good shout, yeah. Good shout. You just know damn well they want to offer him to Spurs for Kane, but he's having none of it. Foul there on Sir Harold of Tottenham. He actually could become Sir Harold if they go on to win this, by the way. I don't know, but by the way, you know, that just means that I've been right for years. Thoughts on people who say Pessi and Pinaldo? They're not true football fans, in my opinion, mate. I think true football fans appreciate the great players. It's what makes us fall in love with the sport. It's what makes kids want to go out there and be better and practice and do the things that they see the great players doing. It's just cheap scoring points from people that, in my opinion, just don't really love the sport. That's my honest opinion. If Connor got me an England shirt, would I be wearing it? No, not a hope in hell, mate, no. That's tantamount to wearing another Premier League club shirt, in my opinion.
Why would I get you an England shirt?
No, what I would wear is a British and Irish Lions shirt. Because, one, Ireland are part of that, and two, I've always loved their shirts. I think they're class. But no, I wouldn't. I'm Irish. Why would I wear an England shirt? That wouldn't make any sense. Nor would I wear, like... Well, I suppose, to be fair, I do wear Argentina shirts and I do wear Brazil shirts. But I don't think I've got any other European shirts. So maybe that's my argument. What's Pickford moaning about? He's just showing everybody his arms, I think, is he? We're going to have to work with. Who's this down? Jorginho, is it? Ballon d'Or winner down on the graw.
Ballon d'Or down the drain now.
I can almost hear Alex Goldberg from here. I'm a United fan. Shaw's my second favourite player. Why did you have to score, Luke? Why? Come on, Italy, said Shane. 20, we're a quarter of the way through the game almost, a minute away from a quarter of the way through the game, and you know England have the lead. Luke Shaw after I think less than 2 minutes or 2 and a bit minutes. Penandes, you'll never hear those words out of my mouth either. I wouldn't disrespect any player. If I thought a player had a crap game, I'd say X or Y had a crap game. But like Penandes, somebody has to take the penalties. Do you know what I mean? Whether it be Ronaldo, Messi, Fernandes, Milner, Salah, whoever it is, somebody has to take them. And it's usually people who are good at it to take them, so I don't know. I just don't get it. It's just cheap point scoring for me. No, I'll be the first one to call out a player having a crap game. Don't get me wrong. No problem with that. Oh, there's Tom Cruise, look. You shut up over there. You already have us in enough trouble. That's me never in a Mission Impossible film now. Gone. Vin Diesel standing out the window. Mr. Costa, how are you, buddy? He's in from Toronto, Canada. Nice to see you. Start, bench, cut, Sanchez, Tielemans and Saul. I don't know what that means, mate. I have no idea what you mean by that, buddy. Sorry.
What was it?
Start, bench, cut, Sanchez, Tielemans and Saul.
I think it means like which one would you start, which one would you bench, which one would you sell.
Ah, okay. Alright, I'd start Tielemans 100%. I'd probably bench Saul and I'd cut Sanchez. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. What about you, Connor? What would you go with?
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. Maybe Saul and Tielemans swapped.
I think
either or. I'd probably have Sanchez last though, yeah.
Italy on the attack now, right hand side. Ball pulled back, good defended by Stones, and Maguire hoops it up into the air. Rice gets ahead on it. Mount now works the ball out left hand side. I mean, I know that there are a lot of international players in the Premier League and that, but should it really be a surprise that England have done well recently at international level? Because English clubs are pretty much dominating European competitions. I mean, all English final. You know, was there 3 out of 4 of the Europa League finalists or semi-finalists were English?
What do you make of Mark's arguments? Almost like Premier League versus Serie A, when it's a much quicker league.
It could be the case, yeah. I mean, it is interesting. I mean, yeah. It just goes to show how strong and, you know, well managed the Premier League has been as a brand. Here goes Sterling. I don't know where he was going there, like. What was he trying to do there?
He was trying to draw a foul.
I don't know, because there was nobody breaking into the box. I have no idea what he was trying. And it was hit with too much force for him to get on it. Here comes Insigne now on the attack left side for Italy. Again, not a good ball. Good positioning by Harry Maguire, though. Calvin Phillips has it.
Ooh.
And the ball goes behind for a goal kick to England. What have we got? 3 teams in the Champions League semis and 2 in the Europa League, sorry. But there you go, it just goes to show again the quality in depth of English football. English Champions League winners, of course, in Chelsea. Thank God it wasn't Manchester City, thank God. I mean, I never thought I'd be cheering on Chelsea, but I won't lie to you. That day I was fully on board Chelsea winning the Champions League. Avanish says hello to Connor as well. How are you, Connor?
I'm not too bad, thanks for asking.
James says hello from Wexford. Hello from Wexford as well. What a goal from United's Luke Shaw, said Jens. You're a bit late. Jens, we celebrated that goal 22 minutes ago, buddy. But it was a fantastic goal. I mean, on the half volley, and it was on the uptake from the half volley, to be able to control it like he did, it was a very, very fine finish. Shaw. Back to Maguire. Walker now. Spreads the ball out right hand side. Trippier offside. Looked like he went too early. He's a ball linesman. He's clearly right. Ball people never get that wrong. I muted my TV so I don't have to hear it's coming home, said Water Dragon. There you go, buddy. Sync us up instead. Have our audio. You're much better. Come on, Italy, please. I mean, I can't cover the entire country, Ian. Do you know what I mean? As good as I am and all, mate, I don't think I could cover the entire country. Insigne now. I mean, if you looked at the 2 benches as well, England without a doubt have the better bench. Bonucci, out right hand side. Jorginho, Verratti. I do like Marco Verratti as a footballer. He's a very silky player. Insigne with a strike from distance. And yeah. Now you can see, this is the type of reasons why I keep telling people I wouldn't want him at Liverpool. Because he is so frustrating. Yes, he's capable of moments of magic, but you'll get 20 of these as well. 20 of these no-hoper shots from 25 yards.
Seems to be a bit inconsistent.
Oh, he's a poor man's Coutinho. When Coutinho was at Liverpool, that's the way I look at him. At Napoli, I think he feels more pressure as well because, you know, I think that's his born and bred club, and I think he feels like he has to carry the responsibility there.
Is it Insigne who has the massive Napoli tattoo? Or who's that?
I don't know, but I think he is Naples born and bred. I think that is his club. I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain it is.
You see Coutinho's linked with Marseille, but
they'll do.
Might have fallen, like.
I know, like
Wolves as well was their team mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, and yet you still have some Liverpool fans saying bring him home. I don't get it. He's fallen off a cliff with regards to his form, and you know he's had a serious knee injury, and I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, I appreciated his time at Liverpool. I enjoyed watching him play football. It was a pleasure to see him playing, but once he left, that was it as far as I was concerned, and Barca got absolutely mugged.
I think they're looking for like 20 million for him or something stupid.
They need to free up €200 million. Quick, smart, like.
Yeah, they're giving like Pjanic and all just a free pass, just leave.
Yeah, and
And Umtiti, I think.
I tell you what though, somebody should go in and test the resolve with Pedri. Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. I don't know why James has put that in the chat, James, but I'm more than happy to sing it. Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. You're probably too young to remember that song, are you?
Finger Boys, isn't it?
Yes, it is. They were brilliant and cheesy at the same time. Just absolute Euro dance
I love
pop.
that though, all them kind of songs, all them like classics.
Oh, I'm a proper cheese merchant. Craig, what about the game? Yeah, there is a game going on. Sorry. This is the That's Football influence on me. I'm so used to just... Because on That's Football, when I talk about the game, people are like, just give us the big moments. Yeah, you're right. So, we'll get back to the game. My bad, mate. Referee gives a free out to England. Verratti, I think he's after penalising. Mount applauds the referee. We're almost at the half-hour mark at Wembley. And yeah, he was dragged down, to be fair. And it is still England 1, Italy 0. Luke Shaw with the early goal. I'm a chiropractor, so I'm good at fixing backs. There you go, Mr. Costa. Good to know, mate. Because, yeah, I think we've, all us heavy people have back issues at some point. I mean, I'm not old like Goldbridge. I don't need to stand up and stretch during watch-alongs.
Shots fired.
Oh, I say that to him all the time. Old man stretching. I think he just wants to show his nuts to the camera. See, I couldn't do that because you just see pyjama bottoms. If that was me.
Call of Duty pajama bottoms.
Yeah. No, they're the winter ones. They're the heavy ones. The ones I have on now are the elite ones that you can nearly get away with going to the shopping because they've got pockets and all. Look like tracksuit bottoms. Verratti. He was, I've always said this, Marco Verratti was one player I dreamt for years about Liverpool signing. Chiellini works it out left hand side. I mean, has Pickford really had to make a save yet?
Don't think so. What do you make of the game? Is it a bit dull, you reckon, so far? Not too much has happened since the goal.
I think England are now in a position where they know they can spring an attack with Trippier, Walker, Sterling, Shaw, and that there is pace to burn there as Italy push forward a bit. So I don't know that I would say they're sitting back and soaking it up, but I think they're just clever enough to know that if they can win the ball back on the edge of their own 18-yard box, like, one pass to Kane like we've seen for the goal, they can absolutely exploit the lack of pace in the Italian team, particularly in the Italian defence. And with look at how high Chiellini is now and how high Italy are having to push up the field because they're somewhat chasing the game. And the further this goes on, the longer it goes on, the more they'll have to risk. So the more the gaps will be there for England.
Italy look a bit lethargic or something, don't they?
Yeah, Insigne does look like he's buzzing around, to be fair. But apart from that, yes, they do look...
They're clunky. Did you see the fireworks outside their hotel?
I heard them. I heard about it. I didn't see them. But again, I like a bit of shithousery. Although, to be fair, it wasn't like it was on a main street hotel and they were just outside. It was a country manor-y type place, wasn't it?
I think so.
The big entrance and all. I'm really sick and I'd love a shout out. No problem, AA123. Get better soon, mate. I'm sorry to hear that you're not feeling well. You see there was an Italian beating in the final of Wimbledon earlier on as well.
Was there?
Yeah, first Italian ever to make the men's singles final, I believe. And Novak Djokovic won his 6th Wimbledon title and his 20th Grand Slam to equal the record of Novak Djokovic and Rafael Nadal. 5:30 a.m. in Australia, but I'm here to watch history. Let's go England, said Sir Titnius. Or, yeah, Titnius? We'll just call you Sir. Mr. T.
Mr. Tit.
I take Felipe and Rafinha Phillips and Rafinha from Leeds. Oh, cleared. England had a chance in the box, but the final ball was missing. I think Calvin Phillips will be a very good long-term Jordan Henderson replacement, absolutely. But I give him another year at Leeds first, and then apparently Liverpool don't have an interest in Rafinha. I mean, I know we were linked to him loads of places, but apparently, from what the club have briefed, there was no actual interest. Surely Jeremy Doku has to be the winger.
I've seen Romano said he expects us to sign a striker or a winger soon.
Yeah, before a midfielder, that's the priority because of the AFCON.
Malin can play in the wing as well, I think.
I just really have a feeling that he's on his way to Dortmund.
Probably.
Because of Riola and the fact that...
There was reports that Dortmund don't want to pay his price. They're looking to get him cheaper. So if we could slip in, he's there for the taking.
Yeah, but think about it this way. If Mina Riola can get him in there and get Haaland out in the one summer...
He has another big payday then from Haaland.
Exactly. Yeah, and he gets Haaland out because, next summer Dortmund are going to lose him for 79 mil. Strike! Oh! Again! Chiesa this time. And I'm telling you, once again, Pickford's positioning was dog shit. He was blessed. Look at Jordan Pickford's positioning here when Chiesa has a run at him. Look where he's standing. Look. He's never getting near that if that goes into the corner. Good effort that from Chiesa. I mean, talking about terrible goalkeeper positioning, the Brazilian manager needs his head screwed on. Ederson starting ahead of Alisson throughout a lot of the tournament, and he was nowhere for that Argentina goal. Halfway house job. Didn't go out, didn't stay in his line. Just gave Di Maria an easy... Well, it was a good finish, but an easy option. Again, look at that from Shaw getting up the left channel. And good battling as well. Gets into the penalty area, pulls it back. Imagine Shaw got a double. Imagine what the odds would be on that, like. Djokovic may finish with them. I think he will. Matt Joe, and he still has, he can do the calendar Grand Slam if he wins the US Open. So... I think there's only one other person in the Open era that's done that, so... And he's got youth on his side. I think, isn't he the youngest of the three of them? Hey Craig, you remember me. You remember, so I'm going to say yeah.
What's his name?
Trent. No, I do. Honestly, mate, I'm only joking. Luke Shaw's good, but he is Robertson's fee. Look, Shaw's having a good season. I'm just being honest about it. I mean, if Robertson was here, I'd be talking about Andy Robertson playing today, but Shaw and Trippier are having good games down both sides for England. I think justifying Southgate's decision. Notice me, Daddy Craig. I'll notice you, but you're not getting any child maintenance. He's so mentally tough. Djokovic, absolutely. Absolutely. And as you said, he has the all-court game. He doesn't really have a weakness. One of the best backhands as well. He's phenomenal, Djokovic. Throw into Italy. Why did Shaw let that go out?
Probably thought it was his. Pouring down there.
Which is mad because the weather hasn't been bad for most of the tournament. Italy try to switch out left. Do they keep that in play? Yep. Cut inside.
Ouch.
It gives a free out there. Fell on Declan Rice. Free out to England.
Do you reckon Rice is off Chelsea?
I don't know, but like...
It's gone quiet, isn't it? There was a lot last summer.
I see Alex Goldberg's fairly confident that there's serious interest in him, alright.
I haven't seen Tom sent me up there. It was the Chelsea website doing like an England wrap up, and the main picture was this big massive picture of Declan Rice on their homepage.
Whatever about them getting Rice, I just don't want them getting Haaland. Maguire into Kane, he's fouled, surely referee, no? In fairness, Kane gets back up and gets on with it. Insigne now. I said this when England conceded against Denmark. I've been very critical of Kane at times, but he straight away told them to keep their heads as soon as they went 1-0 down against Denmark. Again, offside. That's just lazy running. 1 goal, 3 assists in a major tournament. Robertson wishes he got those numbers. Motherfucker, do you want me to tell you who... Do you not remember the season where Trent and Robbo just broke every record? The fact that he's Scottish, mate, and Scotland aren't as good as English national teams is not his fault. But if you look at the numbers that Robbo puts up, they're ridiculous. So, you know, don't disrespect Andy Robertson. Am I here disrespecting Luke Shaw? No. There'll be no Andy Robertson disrespect in this chat. Ball worked out left side. That seems to be the side Italy are going to over and over again. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bodies forward. Again, look at the state of that though. The pullback was terrible. Good battle there between Kane and Bonucci. Jorginho now ushers the players forward. Look, telling his fullback to get up ahead of him. Five minutes to go in the first half, ladies and gents. Still 1-0 to England. Connor's 2-0 to Italy. Half-time prediction out the window. I don't think that was a free kick there, ref. He gives a free to Italy, and I just think his vision was blocked and he didn't see it and he guessed. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, to be fair, maybe Mount did catch him. Is Immobile overrated? Yes. He absolutely is.
He does score a lot though.
In this, yeah, for Lazio and Serie A, but I mean, I've watched them at times and I just go, I wouldn't have a Liverpool, put it that way. Ball in, again, good defensive header.
Ref.
Yeah, ref getting in the way here. Italy tried to recycle possession. Jorginho. Insigne back to Jorginho. I've seen somewhere, I want to get this right in a second, but there's talk that maybe, who was it? Liverpool get, I want to get this right.
Luis Alberto to Leco.
The whole trifecta, yeah. There was
Liverpool gets Saul, Luis Alberto to Atletico. We get 30% of that fee, and then Lazio buy Shaqiri to replace Alberto.
Yeah, Michael Edwards playing 4D chess. Half-time topic. Whatever you want. Happy to talk about whatever you guys want at half-time, Anthony. Any ideas, suggestions, whack them into the chat. Happy to go through them. Oh, Connor, we've got 500 people viewing concurrently. Welcome in, everybody. Nice to have you with us.
Nice.
This is, I think, our highest throughout the Euros. Obviously, you know, I'd be very, very down if these were the numbers for a Liverpool watch along, but delighted to have you all with us. I hope you're well. Opinions on Chupa Chups. Scoring free. That's horrible, mate. I thought you were talking about actually the lollipops, so I was getting excited. I was going to say, they're damn fine lollipops.
What did he actually say?
Scoring for England. He was basically making a fat joke about Luke Shaw, which I don't get it. Like, how could you think he's overweight with the engine the lad has getting up and down that wing? I mean, he's just obviously a thick-built dude, because his fitness certainly isn't in question. But I do like a Chupa Chup, getting back to the lollipops. I mean, they are probably the greatest lollipop of all time.
Doesn't have much competition, though, does it?
No, but there's a load of moody versions of them. Would I take De Bruyne at Liverpool? Yeah, of course you would. I mean, you'd obviously have to take his age into account now, but I've always said it. He's the closest thing I've ever seen to Steven Gerrard. Until Jude Bellingham. Hey, Jude! Sterling runs ahead. Oh. Referee. I think the ref got that right, to be fair. Rice delayed the pass a little bit too long anyway. Sterling had made the run. He should have released the ball quicker. Brazil bottling the final. Why do people always have to Why can't somebody just say somebody won? It always has to be somebody bottled something. I'm just happy Messi got his hands on the trophy, mate, from a personal level for him. I'm just delighted that he's won something, that he can finally, get that off his case, because, he's lost 4 finals with Argentina, 3 Copa Americas in the World Cup final. Oh, good footwork in the penalty area, but good tackle. And I don't think Brazil deserved to win it, to be fair. I mean, I don't think they played it all well. I love Capo Can. He always comes in and says Anfield Agenda Crew 100. I always love that, mate. It always cheers me up when I see your comments. So well played.
I think he comments on that football as well when you're on stream saying that thing, so.
Top man. Honestly, I love seeing it, dude. Well played. Oh, look, somebody's brilliant here because he's spelling out fat in 3 posts, one after the other. Brilliant. Well played, mate. You can spell fat. Well done. Four minutes of additional time on at the end of the first half.
Seems a lot.
It does. It does, to be fair. Mark said, can I just say I predicted it would be these two in the final? It's a great shout, Mark. I mean, Leon from Boyle Sports had I think it was an 80-1 shot. It was Italy to win and England, or Kane to be the top scorer. But yeah, that's a great shout, mate.
Was that Ronaldo top scorer he had?
No, it was Kane. Because he was still in with a chance of winning it. That's the only reason I remember.
What, is Kane's on 4 and then the rest are on 5, is it?
I think so. Once Kane got to 4th and I won my bet, I stopped caring after that. I think it is 4, yeah. Ball in from Italy. Strike! Oh, good block. That was a good block. Because that looked goal bound. Strike! Straight into Pickford's hands. I tell you what, I don't know who got that block in. John Stones, it looks like. But that was travelling at pace, that strike. Let's have a look here. Ball into the box. Yeah, it was Stones. I tell you what, I think that was gone past Pickford. That was well played, John Stones. That was moving at pace there, ladies and gents. Is the guy that was spelling fat the same guy that asked for a shout out? Yes, he was, mate. But, often is the case. You try and be nice to somebody and, they do that. But look, that's the world we live in, dude. We move on.
How to spot an attention seeker.
Yeah. I'm an attention seeker, but the way I wanted attention was by building a YouTube channel with Connor and getting my face in front of lots of people because I like attention. So I try and do it in a productive way. And because I'm insecure and I like being told how great I am. Hint.
Sorry, what?
It's like working with Goldbridge all over again. Rana said, hey Craig, who would you choose, Saul or Doku or Ronaldo and Malin? The first one. I take Saul and Doku. Because Doku. I want Doku. Ball in. Sterling now out of the box. Again, final ball. He's getting into great position today, Raheem Sterling.
But that players aren't there, like.
Yeah, or not seeing the 4 players that were standing between him and the other England player. But again, England are showing that they can, they can attack at pace and get at this Italian defence, and I think we're in for a belter of a second half, ladies and gentlemen.
A good half-time topic with a team in the tournament.
Oh, it's a good one, but I can already, I can already smell the headache.
Maybe just player of the tournament.
Oh. We've got less than 1 minute of additional time here at the end of the first half. Look, that's a sign of frustration right there from Italy. Bonucci trying 35-yard screamers. That if I'm an English fan or an English player now, I'd be saying, yeah, we're getting to them. They're starting to get frustrated. Liz said it's really weird hearing Craig speaking so fondly of non-Liverpool players. I know, Liz, and it won't happen during the Premier League season. Don't worry, mate. when the rivalries are back, you know, it's all bets off again. But
I was expecting to blow it up there because I thought the clock would still be behind.
yeah, the RTE, how we're on the RTE timescale. Ref just looking at your man going, alright, then I'll blow it up for half time because your man's on the ground here injured. And Wembley stands to applaud the English. That's a nice little miniature trophy that fella has there.
It is.
It's a good quality trophy.
Where's he got in with that?
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is half time at Wembley and it is England 1, Italy 0. Luke Shaw with a very, very fine goal after, what, I think 2 minutes of the game. And I tell you what, if you haven't seen it, have a look back at it because it was a very, very difficult technical thing to do. And he finished it magnificently well. So we're halfway through and it's 1-0 to England. Goldbridge and Craig, the goats of YouTube. They're not ready, mate. They're not ready for what's coming in the next season. Trust me. Craig, Mark singing Don't Stop Believing. Well, do you know what I mean? If you want to sing off, motherfucker, get a sing off. Hang on, let me... Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. Took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy born and raised in South Detroit.
Go for a pick.
There you go. That's that song ruined for all of you now forever. You can thank me later. Do a top 10 all-time song list. Oh man, don't even get me started. My WhatsApp playlist is the most confused playlist you'll ever hear in your life. It's mad. Right, what do we do at half time then? What do we do to get through half time? What do we do for half time? What do we do to get through the scores? Suggestions, come on folks, I need suggestions. The trophy is sick, but I miss the silver play button on the desk. So do I, Avnish, I won't lie to you, mate. I miss looking at it as well. But it'll be back, don't worry. You sound like I do when I get a kick to the junk. There you go, Mr. Costa. I sing half the time just because I know my wife's upstairs going, please shut up, you can't sing, you absolute dope. MVP. Mate, this isn't America. We don't do MVPs over here. We do player of the tournament. Another MVP. This isn't America, lads. It's Europe. We just say player of the tournament. Nothing against Americans, but when we're talking NFL, we'll go MVP. But we're talking football here. Yeah, player of the tournament. I mean, I think Sterling, Shaw should be in the conversation. I think Jorginho, Barella could be in the conversation. I don't think there's been one real standout, absolute nailed on player of the tournament for me. I think there's been a lot of very good tournament performances. What were your thoughts on the UFC last night? It felt anticlimactical because it didn't really get a proper finish one way or the other. Do you know what I mean? Like if McGregor had been KO'd, I'd have said fair enough. Or if Poirier had been KO'd, I'd have said fair enough. But for it to end the way it did, it's just, I don't think it really made anybody happy. Spinazzola, yeah, another good shout. People saying Doku, I think he had like 1.5 good games. I wouldn't certainly be putting him in there. Player of the tournament, you'd imagine, is going to have to be somebody that probably made it to the final, if we're being realistic.
Probably Sterling or Kane if England win it.
I honestly don't think Kane can be in the conversation.
Undeserved because he scored. Like, he won so many man of the match awards as well, didn't he?
I'd say Sterling, I'd say Shaw. Spinazzola was a good shout as well from people in the chat.
You can guarantee it'll be an attacker. Like, they always just pick attacking players.
I'm not going to lie, Harry Maguire's a free. Harry Maguire actually has done very, 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 very well since he's come in. And I felt like it was, you know, if you're Tyrone Mings, you're going to feel a little bit unlucky because he did nothing wrong. But, you know, Maguire has added to a box park look class, doesn't it? Going off there, like.
Even the stewards jumping, like.
I'm just looking, anyone in the lake? I love my favourite part about all of these type of celebrations are always the pint glasses going in the air, because they'd be the first ones on Twitter going, Suffolk win for a pint, and then whee, everywhere. I'll never forget it when I love all these angles. That's great. Good work from the BBC here, showing us all that. Look, can of Coke on the table. They're not even Diet Coke. Look.
Having money yet, lads.
Still nice to see the passion, though. What was it? Yeah, I'll never forget when in the Champions League, you know, inside the scenes from inside the not the Echo anymore, whatever it was called, the BT or
where you went to the boss.
Yeah, that was amazing. The scenes inside there, like just pint glasses all over the shop, like. What have we got? Luke Shaw's played well so far. He's had a great game, no doubt about it. Had a very good tournament. Italy need to be more clinical, said Sventon. Chiesa, has he been that good in the tournament?
He's up there. Well, I wouldn't say he's winning. Like.
He's a fine footballer. As I said, I think this is a very hard conversation because to me there hasn't been one absolute standout candidate. There's been a lot of very good performances. Like Damsgaard had a good tournament as well. I'm not saying he should be up there for player of the tournament, but
I think Jordan Henderson deserves it.
This England goal, I thought they were showing it there.
Just give it to Trent because City won't get a medal.
Oh, you know damn well Kane's getting it. Let's be honest.
100%.
If Italy were to go on and win it, I'd just say give to Chiellini just for the coin toss in the penalty shootout against Spain. Hey Craig, my brother took my phone and he called you fat. I'm sorry. Yeah, I've heard that one before, mate. That's one of those excuses that gets trotted out a lot, mate. But look, I don't hold any grudges, dude. It's all good. I'm well aware I'm fat, by the way. How many people to point it out to me? Every time I get up in the morning and I can't see my penis, I know I'm fat. So, well, of course I can see it. Do you know what I mean? Well, I can see it hitting the floor. Apple juice or orange juice? Neither. I'd go pineapple juice above both. Or cranberry juice even, Connor.
I don't know if I ever drank a full glass of pineapple juice before.
Pineapple juice with ice. It is.
I'd probably go orange without bits and then apple.
I can't drink orange juice. If I drink orange juice,
I like it without bits.
I've heartburn for days if I drink orange juice.
If I drink too much, I get that. But like one glass is fine.
Craig, have you been to Anfield? Yes, mate. Over somewhere between 30 and 50 times. I remember you mentioned stadiums to visit and you didn't mention it. Well, I didn't mention it because I thought it was really obvious, mate. Been loads of times, yes. Lots and lots and lots and lots. I've never seen a more boring final. I obviously didn't watch the Copa America last night then, mate, because that was awful compared to... The finals are usually not great occasions, let's be honest. I mean...
when we bet Spurs 2-0, that was fairly dull.
It was pretty dull, yeah. Istanbul obviously was a lot different. They're generally drab affairs, but... I still think there's a few more chapters to be written in this game. I mean, my pre-game prediction was 2-1 Italy. From what I've seen, England were the better team, and I think England have their number, if I'm being honest. If England have the option of just counter-attacking the hell out of Italy. Keep up the great work, Craig. Thank you very much, Dino Duval. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You going to do watch-alongs for pre-season? Yeah, I'm pretty certain I will be, yeah. Would I ever collab with Goldbridge if United played Liverpool in October? Well, firstly, I collab with Goldbridge a lot.
I think you mean for like watch-along.
It's a I mean, it's something we're both interested in doing, a joint watch-along, but like, how do you do it to, you know what I mean? Like, obviously United stand clearly the bigger platform, over 1 million subscribers. But how do you do it so nobody loses out? It's a very, it's a difficult thing to do.
It'd have to be in person too, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we'd have to travel over to England to do it, definitely. I'm hoping to get over it, by the way. I've already started working with my psychologist to try and make this happen mentally, but I'm really, really hoping to get over. As you guys know, I turned 39.1 in September, and Usyk's fighting Joshua on the 27th, in 25th, I should say, in Spurs Stadium, and Conor and I are hoping, well, I'm judging he's coming, but either way, I'm hoping to get over to that fight, and I don't care what the tickets cost. I told my wife she may just get that credit card and max the shit out of it. I don't care. I want to go. So anyone has any hookups at Matchroom or at, let me know. And it might mean free, happy to pay, but I want the good tickets. And it's my 39.1th birthday.
I have to want to give them for free, like, just saying.
I mean, if JD Sports are watching and they need somebody to go and cover the game and do it properly, or cover the fight and do it properly, I mean, I could probably even drag Goldbridge along and we'll vlog it for you. Do you know what I mean? Have I been to St James's Park? No, I haven't had the pleasure, mate, but people often ask me if Liverpool didn't exist, who I'd support in the Premier League, and I always give the same answer, Newcastle. But I haven't been, but I'd love to go up to St James's Park. I'd love to go to Celtic Park for a game as well. Mate of mine's a really big Celtic fan, keeps trying to get me to come over to a game with him. You support England? Nope, I'm neutral. I don't support England. I don't not support England. I don't support Italy. I don't not support Italy. I just watch football, mate, and enjoy good football. I'm on the fence. Do I think Usyk can beat Joshua? No, I just don't think. I don't think he can. He can outbox Joshua, clearly, but Joshua will walk him down. He just doesn't have the power to trouble Anthony Joshua, I don't think. Because he isn't a natural heavyweight. He's a cruiserweight, and the best cruiserweight of his era, without a doubt. Unified the belts. Chisora was able to walk him down at times, and I think Joshua will finish him eventually. But it's going to be a very interesting fight, and one I really, really, really want to get over to see. You anything like Andy Ruiz? You look like a bald Andy Ruiz. Yeah, I'm like him, except he's got some talent, and I'm just fat. So, I mean, interesting to see him fighting his way back into contention as well. He's training now with Eddie Reynosa and the Canelo Alvarez camp to, in and around absolute legends there, training with the best. What I am interested in is to see what happens with the Wilder Fury situation, because we know that's being pushed back now because of a positive test in Fury's camp. So I'd love to see Dillian White get a shot at Deontay Wilder, but we all know Wilder's been ducking Dillian White for years. So do you think Italy can get back in? Of course. I mean, you can't rule anybody out of the game, but I do think that the more Italy have to commit, it will completely play into England's hands, because they have pace in abundance. I mean, put it this way, if I was an England fan right now, I would be feeling pretty confident, because I can see more ways England can hurt Italy than I can see Italy hurting England. I think it would have to be either a moment of brilliance or a defensive lapse to get Italy back into this game. Whereas with England, I can see them potentially hurting Italy from various different areas of the pitch. And don't forget, by the way, sub to Craig Station, my new channel. I'm going to be doing lots of positive stuff on there, some funny stuff, loads of different bits and pieces. I might even do a bit of Mario Kart or some gaming at some point on there. There is a link pinned to the top of the live chat right now. Make sure to go over there and sub to it. It used to be Mundo Sporto, but because I'll probably be working on that football next season, we'll kill off Mundo Sporto and just make it all about me. Why not?
Go see Roy Keane's reaction to the goal.
I'm imagining it's a bit like your man from AFTV.
He's just trying to protect his coffee from Gary Neville.
Good man. Mike, get a shot at Wilder's been ducking him, stand more chance of Mike. That's what I was saying, mate. He's been ducking him for years and years and years and years and years. And I'd love to see it. I'd love to see Dillian White get the shot at Deontay Wilder. KSI or Jake Paul to win if they box? Jake Paul. I mean, whatever I'll say, as much as I dislike the lad, as a fighter, he's a better boxer than KSI from what I've seen. And look, I've got no disrespect to anybody that steps inside a boxing ring. Anyone that does that has my respect immediately. But I do think that Jake Paul wins that fight. if I'm being honest with you. Sorry, I'm just looking at the scenes here of some people barging their way in. Again, there's always a few idiots, isn't it? They're ruining it for everyone. James Rose said, sorry for the Caps and hope you're enjoying the final. Class video on the Copa America last night. You made it less boring. Thank you very much, dude. I had lots of fun. It was good to have you guys over on there with me. Hey Craig, love you loads. Love you too, Wayne. Thank you so much for your kind words. Would I prefer Tielemans or Saul? Tielemans, definitely. I mean, look, am I angry if either of them signs? No. Fine players, but I mean, Yuri Tielemans, I think, would be almost tailor. I've really come around to the idea of Tielemans over the last couple of months, because I did question his not his ability, but more I think his consistency. But the more I've watched him at Leicester, the more I've realised how wrong I was. And what is he now? 24 years of age, is he? He's 23 or 24, Tielemans. So, right time, I think, as well. Right, ladies and gentlemen, the second half is about to get underway. Don't forget, if you want a little flutter on goal score or anything like that, check out the Boyle Sports app. Boyle Sports are sponsors of today's Watch Along. Right, we're back underway in the second half. So check out Boyle Sports for all the latest offers if you fancy a little punt. If betting isn't for you, no problem whatsoever. And if you are going to have a bet, please do gamble responsibly.
There are reports that Jordan Henderson and Donnarumma had to be separated.
You love to see it.
Getting heated, apparently.
Hendo going, did you not see my stare at Diego Costa? Do you not remember that, mate? Tielemans is slow, but it's not about so much the pace, mate. It's about what he can do with the ball at his feet, and what he can, what he can deliver to the lads who do have the pace. So I wouldn't be looking for somebody, if we're looking for someone to play in the hole, think of them as having pace. It's more having the ability to find space in between the lines, which he can do, and is something I think we've missed a lot of.
Linesman dropped the flag.
Yeah, that's it. The linesman get a P45 now. Flag dropped, that's it.
I think the ball hit into it.
I'm sacked. Wasn't holding on to it hard enough.
Should be strapped to his wrists like the Wii remotes.
Craig, do I like Hendo or Salah more? Hendo. I love Jordan Henderson. I love them both, don't get me wrong, but Henderson to me is everything a captain should be, and more. And to pick up the armband after Steven Gerrard was an ungodly task for anyone to do. And I think that, he's gone on to lead us to a Premier League title, a Champions League, a World Club Cup, Super Cup, and I'm so happy for him, because to think that the club tried to move him on at one point and send him to Fulham and bring in Clint Bleeding Dempsey. I mean, think about that. And Hendo dug his heels in and fought for his place, and it's paid off for him, and I'm delighted for the man.
Don't disrespect Clint Dempsey.
Will I be spending more time on That's Football or on the Craig Station channel? Probably the Craig Station channel. Certainly Anfield Agenda. I mean, That's Football, I'd imagine it'd be maybe a preview show and a game each weekend, something like that. But the Craig Station's gonna have it's loads. And I want to do, there's no rules on it. I want to go on there and talk about Keogh's Crisps for an hour, I can do it. I want to go on and shout about a TV show, I can do it. I want to try and make a funny sketch, we can do it. Connor has an idea we want to do, we can do it. That's the beauty of it. We don't limit ourselves to anything. Sterling, he goes down. Harry Kane's having an absolute conniption here at the ref. Bonucci has a bit of a guilty look on his face. The ref's waving it away. We carry on. Oh, can you imagine the fume?
I think it was just a shoulder, to be fair, was it?
I didn't really see the actual incident. I think he stepped across him, but... and thank you, by the way, Yasir, for the super chat, my man. Sorry, I answered your question. I forgot to thank you. Would I like Doku at Liverpool? 100%, Hussein, 100%. Again, folks, please do keep hitting the subscribe button. Drop a like on the video as well. Jordan Pickford makes a clearance there as the ball goes back to him. I'd love to see you talk about how good Keogh's Crisps are. Oh, hang on, there's the replay. Let's have a look at this again. He does knee into the back of Sterling's leg, but the thing about this is you always get the feeling Sterling was on the way down. There was... Look, we'll rewind this. Hang on, let's see if this Italy attack comes to nothing. We'll rewind this back here, look. Better angle coming up now, but you always get the feeling he's on the... Look, he's already on the way down. There's contact. But you just get the feeling that he was on the way to ground anyway. And you take into account, I think the keeper was getting the ball as well. Next time you're in Toronto, you need to see a Toronto FC game. Absolutely, pal. I mean, I haven't been over in Toronto in 16 years. And seeing you now, he's put down, free kick.
Ooh.
Free kick in a very, very, very good position. Central. It might be a little bit too close. No, it's right on the D. Right on the D on the edge of the 18-yard box. Very central. And it was a foul. Sterling Barnes into him. No argument about it. Referee was in a great position. I mean, I don't think you can argue that wasn't a free. But yeah, I'd love to, mate. My wife has a lot of family over in Toronto. And yeah, been there once, loved it. I have a Toronto jersey upstairs. And yes, happily go to a game, man. Happily. This is a very big opportunity for Italy, though. Oh! That's another one Insigne's put wide and over, but that was closer.
Do you remember the middle-aged men with white hair?
I know, that reminded me, actually it was a good yard wide that from Insigne. I mean, you should be at least making the keeper work there. I have to message Goldbridge now, actually. Time to get the hair dye ready. I messaged... Did you see Jack May put a post up today talking about the fact that he was obviously unable to go to the game and how lovely it was being able to give the tickets to his dad and his partner. And I messaged saying, yeah, lovely gesture, Jack. It's great to be able to do those type of things and have the little perks. It's a great part of all of this stuff. And some lad goes, I thought you weren't going to message begging to be on the podcast anymore. Like, mate, I didn't message the podcast or mention the podcast once, and we follow each other. You know, we have done a video together. She thought I was trying to say was, one, get better, and two, yes, it was lovely you were able to give the tickets to your dad.
Marshall said he was born ready and he'll do tonight.
Oh, did he reply to me?
He read it down the stream.
Oh, there you go.
Good leap for Walker there.
Fair play to him. I know how much this means to him. Poor El Draughty's been a bit of a nervous wreck as well. Would I take Damsgaard? I'll be honest, I don't know enough about him. I know he's had a very good Euros, but before the Euros I'd never heard of the kid. Who's he even playing for, club-wise?
I seen it the other day, let me look.
I think it might be, don't tell me, I think it's Sampdoria. Could be wrong. I know it's
you're right.
Yeah, I look at them. Dripping with knowledge. Even when I don't know a player, I know who he's playing for.
What's his first name?
Who's that? Martin?
Michael.
Yeah, that's Martin basically. It's the same
the
thing.
Danish version of Martin, yeah.
Yeah. Insigne.
Oh, good Lord.
Jesus.
Oh, good.
Insigne had a strike there that was closer to the corner flag.
Oh,
I mean, what is she wearing? She's dressed up as a slice of pizza.
I said Mario beside her.
Oh, I mean, God, if I dressed up like that, I'd be cancelled. Imagine me going to an Ireland game dressed up as a potato. I wouldn't even have to dress up, really, to be honest with you, would I?
My friend used to be Mr. Tato in Tato Park, so I could probably get sued for it.
Oh, the scenes! Why am I wearing a Barcelona shirt? Because I support Barcelona as my second team and I always have, and I've said this since I started this channel. I've technically been a fan of Barcelona longer than Liverpool, but I just don't feel anywhere near as passionate about Barcelona. But it was the first football shirt I ever owned, was a Barca shirt, because my dad, would only ever go to Santa Ponsa on holidays and bought me a Moody Barcelona shirt. And I remember growing up and seeing Antonio Zubizarreta as a goalkeeper and loving him. And I don't have to explain to you what the fuck I want to do, mate. I do what I want. This is the dictatorship. But also, and most importantly, look at it. It's a beautiful shirt.
Fairly fucking weird if you were topless as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, you know, you need to see my OnlyFans for that.
Here's Cristante coming on now. We were talking about earlier.
Immobile going off. Cristante.
Cristante came on from Wales.
Oh, Berardi's on as well. Yeah, I mean, why do people get so obsessed about what football jerseys somebody wears? Jeez.
The Ajax shirt is basically the same. If it was that, no one said anything.
Oh, the Ajax shirt's another beauty, by the way.
It's like pretty much exactly the same.
I've had a couple of Juve shirts as well. I just like football shirts, really. The fact that Barca have, like, put it this way, I won't be buying the Barca home shirt this season because it is an absolute horrendous attempt from Nike. But you got to admit, this is a pretty fine looking shirt. Foul there, and it'll be a yellow, I think, to... Was it Shaw that got the yellow? No, it was Bonucci. Sorry, it's the other way around. I'm sure I've just seen Luke Shaw getting fouled a second ago.
Sterling got fouled.
Anyway, Trippier and Luke Shaw over the free kick. Italy holding the line right across the penalty spot pretty much. You'd imagine Shaw's going to whip this in with his left peg. Referee's just getting his communication armband fixed. The inbound, look, there's another haircut. No peppers on that pizza, said Mick. Good man, Mick. Proper order that as well, Mick. You're damn right. Shaw gives the signal. Ball in. Maguire heads it. You're killing me, Harry. You're killing me, mate. I swear that man has some type of leather magnet in his head. He's always on the end of a header, whether it's in his own box or an opposition box. He always gets on a header. Best kit of the Euros. Oh, I'm going. Do you know what? I'm going the Denmark white one.
I was going to say that Italy shirt. I love that blue one.
I love a bit of Hummel. I love old retro looking stuff. Also, the Portuguese one wasn't bad.
The white Spain one's lovely.
Connor likes the Italian one. What about you? It's a good question. Put it to the chat. What do you guys think? Best shirt of the Euros? Strike! In the box! Pickford saves. It was a very tight angle, that, to be fair, from Insigne. But Italy's starting to ramp it up a bit now. I mean, to be fair, I think the standard of kits hasn't been that great in the Euros. But I liked the white one with the red on the shoulders for Denmark. I thought that was a lovely kit.
I love that on the Hummel shirts. Always have them like arrows down the sides.
Yeah, they're class looking.
They made hashtag United new shirts, you know. Or done the QR code.
Do they make Everton shirts now though?
Yes.
Yeah, so they've ruined them. Worst kit ever? I don't know, mate, but I'll tell you the best kit ever. For me, West Germany 1990, or Holland 88, or Ireland Italia 90. I mean, that kit's underrated.
Yeah, all them like 80s Netherlands shirts are class.
Oh, I'll tell you my worst kit ever. The Inter Miami kit.
Current.
Yeah, any of them. It's just a half-arsed wannabe. It's not white, it's not pink. It's too much in the middle and it annoys the shit out of me. Just Inter Miami home shirt. It just annoys me. Because if you want it to be pink, go pink. Go Leicester City pink, like. Go like that referee. If you're going pink,
like
go
that,
pink.
You know what Seattle Sounders are? Yeah,
Oh, the purple Tobler or the purple...
No, the one I have, black and pink one.
Oh yes, that's
so
nice.
All full on like that. So.
The other one, this season Seattle Sounders away one.
Yeah,
the purple and orange one's gorgeous.
Messi look nice in that Inter Miami shirt, don't he?
He's signing for Barca. That deal's done.
Next season, though, probably.
No, he's 2 years. Signing on for 2 years. What have we got? Thoughts on the new Liverpool kits? I have to be honest, I'm not overly gone on any of them, but I did buy the home one because I felt like I should be having one of them. I know a lot of younger people, perhaps with better physiques than me, like the away one. But if the third kit is that I melted Ronald McDonald looking attempt, I mean, it's not great. I mean, yeah. But look, kits are like that, aren't they? You know, they divide opinion and they try and get a little something for everybody.
I think I'm going to cave and buy the second one.
So you go.
The more I look at it, the more I love it.
See, I just wouldn't be able to wear it. Just my nipples would be sticking through that, and my man boobs would be showing all over the shop. So there's no way I'd get away with wearing that. I haven't even. Do you know the new one? I haven't even wore it yet. It's still upstairs with the tag on it. Some of the training gear's alright though. Some of the tracksuit tops are quite nice. I seen a nice black one the other day with like the Louis Vuitton looking pattern on it.
There's the jacket of the second case as well, pretty nice, that creamy, and like the shoulders are kind of green.
I've seen Alison in that. I bought a night top like that out in the factory outlets recently actually.
Nice.
Slightly different colour but white like that, but with a grey at the top. Ball into the box from Italy. Chested down.
Emerson's fucking useless, isn't he?
Handball out. Free kick. Well, yes, mate, he is.
I think he played all of half an hour for Chelsea last season.
The Finland jersey, somebody else said they like. The Real Madrid purple one was a nice kit as well, Anthony. Like, to be fair, as much as I don't like Real Madrid, I do appreciate a good kit. Also, I think Juve, I liked the kind of greeny Juve kit that they had maybe 1.5, 2 seasons ago. Oh, and also when we're talking about best kits, the Liverpool green and white chessboard type kit with the grandfather collars up there, one of my favourites as well as the 87-88 home shirt.
Nico just tweeted, wow, 2-0 England.
Just think, as London Mayor, he could have he could have been running the show here. Do I do pre-season? The games, yes, mate. Anytime Liverpool play, we try and do it watch along. Right, we have. Do you know what? I got annoyed by my missus the other day, folks, because she bought a pair of pajamas in Dunnes Stores that look like this season's, United Zebra kit, and I even woke her up the other night just to go, would you not change them? And I genuinely woke her up in the middle of the night going, it annoys me just looking at them. And I'm not, you probably think I'm joking to you here, but I'm not. So being married to me is a nightmare. What shirt am I wearing? Barcelona. Mick Wall said he has a tattoo with his dog wearing one of his Liverpool shirts. Class. Well played, Mick. Italy in the box. Again. Oh, good save by Pickford. That's the closest Italy have come. Jordan Pickford gets down, gets a strong left hand on it. But England are coming under a little bit more pressure here, obviously, as Italy have to chase this game. But that was the first time Pickford's really been called into action to make a big save and got down well, got a good strong arm on it. Insigne now. Ball into the box, it's overhit though, and it'll go all the way through to Jordan Pickford, who does the right thing, keeps it at his feet, lets the clock run down. He needs a haircut. I mean, he's looking like me in my confirmation picture now. Oh, by the way, if you haven't seen the one picture I'm talking about, I'm horrendous, I'll show you now. It is, like, honestly, I probably shouldn't show it, but it's that bad it has to be seen.
You're obsessed with tweeting it. You tweet like every week.
It's just to show people I did have hair. So look, there's me with my Jordan Pickford hair. Where am I going? There you go. Right, what have we got here? Is it a corner for England or a goal kick? Goal kick. We are moving into what? We're less than 27 minutes to go.
It is a corner.
It is a corner, sorry. I thought again the way they were jogging. Go on, Maguire, get your noggin on this fella, get me a load of money. Very lovely hair. It wasn't that bad usually. It's just my mother wouldn't let me put any product in it that day. Usually it was an undercut usually, and I'd have it all gelled up and all. But yeah, don't tell me I never had hair. That's all I'm saying. Right, choo-choo trains in motion here for England. 27 to go. In comes the corner. Stones. Oh, it's tipped over by Donnarumma. I think it was going over anyway, but Donnarumma does tip it over the bar. It'll be another corner to England.
He headed it onto his shoulder, I think, did he?
Yeah. Good spot, that. Ooh.
He was going over there.
It was, yeah.
Good shot, good save all the
At least he didn't go, what was your man? Dubravka? I did that before. That's why when it happened, I was just like, oh, I remember that happening to me. Another corner in.
Ooh.
Headed away this time by Italy. I need a barbecue, said Jack. Connor had one today. Piss and rain. Went to his relatives, had a barbecue. Typical Irish, don't care. If we say we're having a barbecue on a Sunday, we're having it.
Can't cancel a barbecue.
You can't, no. It's not after you've gone and bought the sausages and all, like, no.
You'll sit in the rain and you'll enjoy that sausage.
Yeah. And you'll smile. Thank you, Auntie. People still going on about your jacket in the chat here, by the way, Crosby.
It's like, I haven't worn it in about a year, I'd say. I might break it back out.
You break it out for the trip to London.
Yeah. Oh, 100% wearing that if we're going there.
I've got a couple of new jackets upstairs I haven't worn yet either. I'm gonna get a t-shirt that just says I'm with Goldbridge. Oh, imagine. Right, Italy now with Verratti. Move the ball out left side. Hopefully this doesn't go to extra time because I want to get a Chinese.
What time is Chinese close?
I think my daughter said it's 11 or half 11.
You text me what you want and I'll order it, you know.
Oh no, the wife's upstairs. I haven't been able to eat solid food for about a week, so today's the first day I actually think my gum is capable of it, so I don't care. I said I'm getting a Chinese today and I'm getting a McDonald's tomorrow and I don't care. Don't care how much calories are in it. I'll worry about weight the day after. After living off ambrosia creamed rice and smoothies. Ball in! Oh! Maguire heads it away. Corner to Italy. Yeah, I've been living off ambrosia creamed rice, smoothies, mushed up banana muffins.
That's always the way after you're sick, you'll eat like an absolute horse for the next week then once you're better.
Yeah, but like most people would eat good solid meats and rices. Nope, not me. I want shite and I want it immediately. Oh God, another gobshite asking why I'm wearing a Barcelona jersey if I'm a Liverpool fan. Oh! 1-1! It's 1-1! Bonucci! It's 1-1, ladies and gentlemen. Bonucci has scored for Italy. There was a goal-mouth scramble. It looked like it had been saved, then it came back out. And it is now 1-1. I'll talk you through the replay in a second. Bonucci with the goal. I think I said to you earlier on he was some mad price as well.
Yeah. 2 defenders scoring as well.
There's me. 1-1, ladies and gentlemen. Quarter of the game to go. So in came the corner. Broke. Do you know what? I think if it hadn't got in, there was a good show for a penalty perhaps. But Pickford's unlucky. Look again, he makes a great save here. And it goes on to the post. You gotta say he's unlucky, but Bonucci followed it in and put it in. It's 1-1.
It's a bit like Kane's goal against Denmark, isn't it? A good save from the keeper, but it's bounced back in the wrong place.
Yeah. Except there was no laser showing in his eye. Did I just change the wrong score there? I think the way I put it back to a 1. I think I might be clicking on the wrong score.
It was just 1.
That's 1-1, there you go. All good.
What a hero Bonucci is like.
3/4 of the game gone. It's back all square. The Chinese is ruined. Don't forget my pre-game prediction. I also told you, Connor, both teams to score was even money. I thought that was ridiculous.
It's better than even money, I think.
Yeah, it was 21-20. I thought that was ridiculously generous.
Interesting last 20 minutes now.
Italy now feel... It's weird how momentum shifts, isn't it?
Really is.
So Italy have been obviously the team that have been on the up because they've been chasing it, but if you're England, it's tough to get the mentality back into, well, let's go back attacking when you've kind of sort of sat deep. But Italy have their tails up. And you know, they do have that mentality as well of not being beaten in 38, 39 games.
Serial winners anyway, aren't they? They all have the
Verratti with the header. It was a good save, touched onto the post. Bonucci followed it in. I mean, nothing Pickford could have done there. And trust me, I'm trying to find a reason to criticise him, but Bonucci. It's 1-1. Interesting times. Yeah, I think it's time to get Grealish off the bench now. Get Sancho off the bench or Foden. I mean, just to even be able to start 79% possession in the second half, Connor, to Italy.
How much?
71%, sorry, possession.
That's mad.
7 shots, 2 on target. So again, England have to start moving up and pressing higher up the pitch now, and you can see the likes of Raheem Sterling and that now switching that mentality and trying to get the players to edge up a bit forward and get back to what they were doing so well in the first half. But again, if you look to the bench, here he comes. Here's Saka now coming on for Gareth Southgate.
I don't know, he was only like the late inclusion when Trent was injured. Yeah, he's starting over Sancho and everyone.
It's mad, excuse me, how little time Grealish has gotten as well.
Yeah, like, sure, is he not like their best player almost? Him and Kane probably.
Trippier is going off to be replaced by Saka. Just telling the lads again, trying to shout on words of encouragement to his teammates. On comes Bukayo Saka, who's far too good to be at Arsenal, but you know, that's another day's conversation. And yeah, still though, if you look at that England bench, there's still like ridiculous talent on there. Sancho, Grealish, Foden, Dominic Calvert-Lewin hasn't seen a sniff really, has he? And you know, if you want to stick a ball into the box and a man to win a header, I've never seen a lad leap like Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Kane absolutely... come on, ref. Kane was basically clotheslined on the halfway line there and the ref said no. We have ourselves a game. 19 minutes of normal time to go. Is it going to be coming home or is it going to be coming Rome?
If you have to put money on it, what's your gut saying now? Normal time, extra time?
I stick to my prediction pre-game.
2-1 was it?
2-1 to Italy was my prediction before the game.
Normal time?
I think if I'm being honest, I would have to say the prediction was normal time, but if it goes into extra time and it goes that way, I'm still bragging about it. Hendo was another good shout to come on now, exactly. Again, more leadership in that midfield.
Steady leadership.
Yeah. I mean, who would you take off though? Rice or...
I'd say Philip. Rice has been good. But nothing wrong with Phillips either.
But if you want to go and win it, I suppose. I don't know. Here we go anyway. Kane has the ball. That's an awful ball from Kane. I mean, Saka had nothing to work with there. Is Trent still a youngster to you if he's the best in the league? Well, what age is Trent now? 22? 22, 23? Trent?
Let me look it up.
I think he's 22, 23. In which case, yeah, it's mad. He technically is still a youngster, yeah.
He's 23 in October.
So he's still 22, yeah. Of course he's classed as a youngster, but a youngster that's been there and done it. I'll never forget the season he broke through having the conversation. Here's Hendo coming on now. The real captain. Look at him. What a man. Anyway, I'll never forget the season of just saying, will he ever be able to displace Klein? Little did we know, folks. So Jordan ball over the top. Oh!
Ooh. What happened there?
Italy had a great chance there. Ball over the top. Pickford comes running out. It was a tight offside call, but you've missed it again, Connor. Ball over the top. Berardi's through.
Ooh.
Pickford comes out and Berardi just can't steer his shot. Pickford did enough to put him off.
Was that one of them...
It's Rice that's going off.
That's one of them scenarios like you were saying about Ederson, either come out or don't.
Yeah.
At least he came out that
You either come out full guns blazing and distract him and make him do something special, or you stay in your line and don't give him the option. make him have to do something. And again, you can see there, Pickford committed and it worked. So again, I would say good goalkeeping there from Jordan Pickford.
I think Rice is a weird one to take off. I would have taken off Phillips.
Well, yeah, it's an interesting decision.
But then again, Rice and Henderson together is very like for like, isn't it?
I think there's more energy in Henderson and Phillips. Referee playing an advantage here to Italy. Italy certainly looked like the team with... again, good defending.
John Stones.
These days you can't do it. You have to be so careful, don't you, when you're making a tackle in the penalty area. How am I feeling today? Much better, thank you, Harry. Much better, mate. I've only got a day and a half, I think, of antibiotics left. So yeah, I'll be back doing a late night agenda tomorrow. Looking forward to it. I missed everybody. Here's Insigne. And thank you to everybody, by the way, that watched this week's Anfield Agenda One Football News Show. It's hit over 10,000 viewers, which is great for us. That's the number that we always try to aim for with those shows. So thank you to everybody that watched that, as always. We'll be doing loads of stuff this season, Connor, with One Football.
Yeah, I can't wait. Watch-alongs and everything.
One Football are going to be sponsoring our first 10 home watch-alongs. We're going to be doing, when the weeks when we're not doing the watch-alongs with them, we'll be bringing back the news show every alternative week. And it's I mean, we've been lucky to work with some very good companies. Of course, Boyle Sports are sponsor of this watch-along, and many others throughout the season. And we've a few more up our sleeve as well. Manscaped.
Hopefully Wash and Go at some point.
Yeah, Wash and Go need to show me some love, don't they? Even if it's a before, a Wash and Went or whatever.
I think you deserve one just for that song. Or you and Mark singing Wash and Go.
I know. There you go. Not even a bottle. He gets 11. Not even one.
You got a t-shirt as well.
Do you know what I mean?
You got a t-shirt with Wash and Goldbridge on it.
Nothing. I'll tell you, when I get onto that football, I'm going to be giving them pelters. I'm going to get a Wash and Ballbridge t-shirt.
Wash your Ballbridge.
So, Connor, are you looking forward to getting a new Manscaped set?
Can't wait. Lawnmower 4.0.
She's not allowed mention it. Oh, it's after July 7th now. We're allowed mention, aren't we? Not on this stream, obviously, because Boyle are the sponsors. Yeah. Expect a new ad as well. We're looking forward to filming.
We'll make a few just for the laugh.
I'm going to be even more ballsy in these ones.
Quite literally.
Right, what have we got? How are we feeling out there, folks? I mean, there's, let's say, 15 minutes and a bit with injury time. It feels like there could be a winner in this somewhere.
I kind of want to go the extra time, but I kind of really don't at the same time.
How is Craig so underrated? Don't worry, mate. It won't be for too much longer. The world's starting to wake up to my magnificence. I think it's my humble nature as well. I mean, I nearly pissed myself the other day when Mark made the interview joke where he said about him being humble. I mean, to be fair, if I was like him or True Geordie or anybody of that ilk, I would be unbearable.
You're already unbearable.
Yeah, but that's not in an arrogant way. That's just I'm unbearable, full stop.
That's just you being a prick.
I'm a pain in the arse. I'm telling you, Wash and Go, they haven't heard the end of this. I even tried to find them on Twitter, but they don't have a Twitter account.
That's mad. We'll track them down.
Oh, they'll be showing me some love. I'm saying Pantene, I'm here as well, do you know? L'Oreal. Turtle Wax. Mr. Sheen. Pledge. Saka.
Who came off for Saka?
Trippier.
Oh, yes.
12 minutes to go. Referee brings it back. England free kick, right hand side.
Are they going forward back then?
I'd imagine so, yeah. Craig's the best streamer I've seen. He's such a funny person. Thank you. But again, do sub to Craig Station, because if I have to be somewhat limited in what I do on here with regards to the humour aspect, but it's all guns blazing over on Craig Station. But I gotta try and keep it as positive as possible. I think the world needs more positivity. Here we go. Maguire's going up. Obviously knows I have him at 20-1 to get a header. Good man, Harry. Watch him score a volley now.
Overhead kick.
Maguire deep to the far post again. Chiellini's there. Somebody be. Italy have a chance to counter here.
Good defending.
No, referee waves it off. I was wondering, was he going to give a free? Saka's fouled. Free kick out to England. I tell you what, alright, look, hold the face. Get up. Get out of it, mate. Come on.
Man's been stabbed.
This is the stuff that drives me mad in football. I understand you're trying to win a free and all that, but like, holding your face, like, you're look at him.
Was he even touching the face?
No. Look, he takes a little break from the crying there to have a chat with Phillips, and now he's back to holding his leg. And now it's his mouth. I mean, yeah. Like Babe Station, but bigger tips. There you go. Do you know what? Funny enough, honestly, Babe Station was the influence behind this, or the inspiration behind the name. People think, for instance, I said it to Drawdy. I said, what do you think, and Connor, thinking of logo ideas, what do you guys think, and your designers? And both of their minds went to the PlayStation aspect of it. But me, being the dirty fucker that I am, my mind was thinking Babe Station.
I was thinking Babe Station too.
There you go, so dirty Irish minds think alike. And my wife thought the exact same thing when I said the name to her.
Jay's getting treatment on his foot here for a serious head injury.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to call an ambulance for him.
It's mad these days, you spray stuff on the foot to stop people's eyes being gouged.
It is mad over time. You can do whatever you want, invent whatever you want, but the cold spray in a sponge will never be replaced. It is... I'll never forget, I was playing in a football tournament over in Holland with my club, and I used the term football tournament very loosely, because we did go and play in it, but it was more that the managers were on a bit of a bender, my dad included, and one of the lads got injured, and I swear to almighty whoever that this is true. One of the lads got injured on the age group above us, and the lads ran on with the medical box, opened it up, and there was 6 cans of Heineken and a half bottle of vodka in it. Never a drop of water or a sponge. Oh, they were the days. And I'll never forget as well, we're in the hotel, and last day in the hotel, the lads are thinking, I need something for the man to bring home. I don't think there was a picture left on the wall in the hotel. By the time everybody was done, just, oh yeah, this was my man, I love this. That's Craig, would you go on Naked Attraction? No, mate. I don't want to. No. I already know I'm hung like a dormouse. I don't need the rest of the world to know. I do find that a very weird show as well, though.
It is class, though. Just for how bizarre it is.
I love when you get absolutely shocked, like there was the 70-year-old lad with the Prince Albert.
Was that all the piercings and all
and
the big rings and all that?
Oh, here we go. Breaking to the penalty area. Mount pulls it back. Oh.
Unlucky.
I think Saka took that off Hendo.
He kind of ran across it, didn't he?
Yeah. It was going into Hendo's path. But England getting more on the front foot now. Walker back to Phillips. 7 minutes. Plus stoppage time to go at Wembley. How many corners has there been in cards? Just 2 yellow? Has no England player got a yellow?
I think just some Italian player. Who was it? Who was one Italian?
There's 2 Italian, Bonucci and Barella. There's one there. There's a third. That's grand. That helps the bet. Good man. Referee heard me. Now what's the corner count? Oh, Italy killing me. I'm 1 corner short for Italy. Insigne picks up a yellow. That's the 3rd yellow of the game. All Italians in the book. Yeah, I need 1 more Italian corner to get a bet up. And it only counts as 90, of course. Mount gives the signal. In comes the delivery from the free kick. Well defended by Italy. Drops to Sterling. He leaves it for Shaw. Shaw doesn't quite connect and it goes over the bar. Right, Italy, up the other end. Get yourselves a corner now. Don't care what you do with it after that. Just kick it straight over a throat and I don't care. Here comes an Italian substitution. We are going into the final minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
Any of your bets up?
No. Not a single one. Oh no, I need an England player to get booked, so yeah, that bet's definitely not coming up then. Actually, if Sterling were to go and score now, I'd get one up. It was all little tiny things though, thankfully. Chiesa's gone off, that's a big call.
I think he's been injured, has he?
Oh, he was the one that was... Yeah.
I remember he was shot.
Just wasn't sure if it was the leg or the face.
He shot himself in a fourth, you asked me.
Matt Joe, I kind of agree with what you said there. England did... I don't think they so much got into defensive mentality in the first half after they went ahead. I think it more happened after half time. So whether that was, as maybe you're pointing out there, Southgate telling them to defend a bit deeper or whatever, but it's... there certainly was a huge shift. I thought England looked far more dangerous in the first half on the counter and stuff, where in the second half Italy have really dictated the tempo. Oh, someone's on the pitch. Nico's not at the game, is he?
So he got kicked out of Wembley a couple of weeks ago.
Did he?
Yeah, he was on the group games and kicked him out for vlogging. And someone else as well. Who was it? Some other YouTuber. I can't think who. Someone else got kicked out for...
How could you get kicked out for vlogging?
I've no idea.
So if a mother's there with her kids and they're making a video for memories, are they getting kicked out?
Stupid.
Like, as long as you're not live streaming the game, I think that's awful, I gotta say.
It's really pissed me off. They'll show fucking Christian Eriksen on the pitch that day and they won't show a streaker, like. Which goes to show they can just cut away, no problem.
I mean, hopefully we're not missing out on a nice pair of breasts here, but we'll see them somewhere. Somebody will have a footage of this.
Which game was it some fella parachuted in? It was like the very first game, was it?
Yeah, I didn't actually see that.
I seen it. You know, he took the head off someone in the crowd.
I will never forget the Mike Tyson incident. With the guy with the fan.
Oh yeah.
And the parachute came in and he landed right beside the guys from the Nation of Islam.
I never actually seen that. I've seen
and all their minders. And I'd say that lad, he couldn't have landed in a worse place.
Yeah. I just remember The Simpsons on a parody where Mo flew in to pick up Homer.
And by the way, this isn't me saying anything negative against the Nation of Islam. I just mean they were big dudes. A lot of protectors and minders there. And yeah, I'm sure he got his ass whooped. I mean, having the balls to do that in a Tyson fight anyway.
What was the aim exactly?
I have no idea.
Like,
here goes Sterling.
Ooh.
Breaks into the box. Goes out play, be a goal kick.
Yeah, was your man from like Greenpeace or I don't know, they do stunts and all that?
I honestly don't think so. It was just some dude with like a fan kind of backpack thing and a parachute, and he like landed right around the, I think it was the Honourable Elijah Muhammad and his minders, and or maybe it was the guy. It was certainly the guy who had, you know, who Mike Tyson had at the fight as his guest, because Mike Tyson had converted. And I just remember hearing a story about it being told by one of the boxing journalists saying that like he landed right beside the guy's minders and stuff, and yeah, there was probably an ass whooping coming his way.
Journalist here, streaker on the pitch, Wembley steward's too overweight to catch him for a good minute. That's not a great look for the Wembley stewards, is it? Did I watch the Conor fight? I did. It was a really anticlimactic. Right, here we go. We're in the final minute of normal time. England on the attack, left hand side. Sterling, he's looking for options. Cuts inside. Referee, I don't think it was a free either. I agree with the ref on that one. Now Italy have a chance to break forward. They have the ball right hand side. England have plenty of bodies back though. Looks like we're heading to extra time, Connor. Yes, Craig. Didn't think it needed a response.
All I'm thinking about is the Chinese, mate.
So I was wondering, was it the streaker on the pitch, that guy, or the guy on the table earlier?
Oh yeah. He definitely have no problem going on naked attraction anyway.
Probably got rejected, that's why he's there. Imagine being a steward or having to grab some like naked fat fella or something like.
Yeah.
It'd be a bit grim.
It would, yeah. Oh, you'd have to trip him though, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, 6 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 6 minutes of additional time added on. Oh, you'd have to full on clip his ankle, like the 2-footed tackle. You'll have a nice pot noodle. Oh, Mick, there's no such thing as a nice pot noodle. One way or the other, mate, I'll be having a takeaway. Don't you worry about that, fella.
Ordered on the stream, we'll do mukbang for extra time.
The lady that runs the Chinese we go to is the soundless woman. She's mad, but she sound like. Genuinely, I'd say if you rang up and said, will you keep open an extra 10 minutes, you would. She's that sound like.
Class.
Plus my daughter basically sending her kids through college. Circa is just Spice Bag Central. Will there ever be streakers on AA streams? I mean, you never know, Rod, but what I can guarantee is I won't be running around chasing them.
I'll just like dive out over the camera sometime.
Now, my son does love to stroll around the gaff with nothing on, so you never know. I'm good. Eddie, how are you, mate? Welcome to everyone that's coming in. We are in the last 4 minutes of additional time added on by the referee here at the end of the game. Looks like we're heading to extra time, but you just never know in football. Ball into the box, all the way across. I tell you what, it's not very often you see Walker out done for pace, but then he puts a little shoulder in and just brushes case off. The substitutions haven't really impacted England, have they? Saka hasn't done much, and even Hendo, you know, as much as I'd love to be saying it,
has he touched the ball since?
they've had very little impact. And yet Grealish probably sitting there going, what the fuck? And Foden as well. To be fair, that was very brave, wasn't it? That from Bonucci.
Well, he's probably done it 14 million times before. Knows what he's at. Vrahi's just some classy player.
Oh, I've said it. You probably remember. I said to you for years. Yeah. He is just the silkiest. He's like Xavi Alonso all over again, except he picks up a few more injuries. But I've always loved Marco Verratti as a footballer. To me, he's almost the complete midfielder. Like, just glides through games. Always making things tick. Oh, I have asked Connor if he wants a Chinese, Dave. We've had this discussion earlier on, mate, before the stream started.
Do you reckon the extra time in the semi-final will start to play on Italy's legs now?
It's a good question. I mean, you'd imagine adrenaline will probably carry you through at this point.
Yeah. The unbeaten record that Italy have carried through was ridiculous at international level, to be honest, considering who they faced in this tournament alone.
It's mad as well. It's like they didn't even qualify for the last World Cup, didn't they?
No, they were. Well, I don't know, but they've certainly been a failure for until Mancini took over. They certainly didn't have the same squad cohesiveness that they have now.
Like, I don't think anyone really thought of Italy before the tournament.
No, but
Everyone was just France or Belgium, really.
Yeah, they did. They've done very, very well. Hendo flicks the ball towards Kane. Kane tries to flick it back, but Chiellini's there. 2 minutes of additional time to go. Foden and Rashford have the separation speed that we need, yeah, and Sancho on the bench as well. I mean, there's a lot of attacking options there for Gareth Southgate, and you get an extra substitute as well if it goes to extra time, so both teams will be allowed 6 in total.
England started to look tired now.
I think we're at this point now where it's more, I'm not going to do it and shoot, but I'm not going to be the one that makes the pass that lets somebody in.
Sit back and preserve yourself until extra time. Oh. Jesus.
That was calmness personified there from Walker. I thought Italy would get me corner up there. Long ball over the top. It goes all the way through to Gianluigi Donnarumma though.
Can you imagine he dropped it and Pickford scored the winner?
Oh, he's never heard the end of it. No, I'm not talking about from England. I'm just talking about from the Everton perspective. They already like to put the England's number 1 up on the screen. Good defending from Calvin Phillips.
It's like the West Ham fans basically claimed they won the '66 World Cup. So like Everton claiming this Euros if they won it.
And Dominic Calvert-Lewin, by the way, that's another option we've spoken about that Southgate has at his disposal on the bench.
Has he played at all in the tournament?
I think he came on for Kane for like 2 minutes or something. Saka getting absolutely dragged down. That'll be a yellow all day long. One last chance here for England to pump a ball into the box. Chiellini picks up a yellow. I mean, he had to, although Saka handled it. But look, Saka handles this there.
You choked him.
But this is a good chance now. Right at the death. We've had the 6 minutes. Send them all up. Get Maguire up. Stones up. Diagonal ball.
Imagine they scored from this, and that's it.
Who was it? Wasn't it France that hit the bar? Right at the end as well. That's an awful delivery. That's an awful delivery. We're going to extra time, ladies and gentlemen. The referee has blown the whistle. We are going to extra time. Let me just mute this mic. I shout with my wife. Hang on. 1 2 1 2. Sorry, I just had to ask my good lady wife to ring the Chinese and see what time they're open till. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to extra time. And how is everybody feeling out there? England fans, how are you feeling? Italian fans, if there's any watching, how are you guys feeling? Neutrals. Connor, how are you feeling?
I don't know. It's hard to know what way to even think it's going to go. It's hard to know who's on the up, really.
Yeah, I mean...
You'd have to say the momentum's with Italy, but then England are by no means out of it.
And England have the better bench.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine Grealish coming on now, like.
Grealish, Foden, Sancho. If I'm somebody now, I'm going to go win this rather than let it go to penalties.
I can't even... I wish they had a heart rate monitor mark for if it goes to penalties.
Leon called this in our preview. He said he thought it was going all the way.
It just has to, doesn't it?
Right, let's go into the chat. Penalties, said Dave. Sweeney can't cope with it, says Will. Kane, Mount and Sterling out, said Matt Joe, 1982. Rod said he feels neutered. Connor needs a mic. Yeah, usually if it was a Liverpool game, we'd have him set up with a mic, but he likes to get the clips and that done and do some work while he's sitting over there as well.
11:20 last order.
Grand. Loads of time, folks. Don't worry about it. Get the word out to Wembley. They can take their time. Chinese's last orders are 11:20, so 11:19 they'll be getting a call.
What are you getting then?
Oh, there's chicken balls, fried rice, curry sauce, mate.
That's the old classic, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm not brave enough to go for chips. I don't know if the gum can handle chips, but plus I don't like them. I don't like frozen chips. I mean, you could go balls out and get ribs, but
chicken balls out.
Well, chicken balls are you get the stuff. Take chicken out, stuff it with rice and curry sauce, and then you kind of get a chicken curry as well. It's win-win.
True. Plus they're just fucking delicious.
And then you obviously get the prawn crackers as well, which, you know...
Do you ever get prawn toast?
No, I don't like
so
prawns.
Nice. Oh, so nice.
I don't like prawns, but I love prawn crackers. Then again, I don't like eggs, but I love French toast. And pancakes.
Spring rolls either.
I don't like spring rolls.
Oh.
No. If there are vegetables in them, mate, I'm not eating that with it. I get a curry, I tell them just want meat and sauce. Subtitles. Do you need subtitles? I think we're speaking kind of... Oh, you mean for Connor?
Yeah, I don't know how loud I'm coming through.
Put oven chips in an air fryer. Great. I'm not really a fan of chips in general. They're not really something I eat much of. Can we see the pizza again, please, says Rod. Rod, what's the matter, you? Got no respect. Shut up in your face. Some people are probably thinking I'm insulting Rod, won't get the reference there, but look at that Bonucci. That's a good image, isn't it?
Class.
If I tried to stand up on that now, I'd end up breaking my knee or something. Here's Chiellini, another coin toss with Kane. He's gonna hug Kane. Right, ladies and gents, extra time about to start. Let me get the clock ready to go. Best of luck to both sides. So right now, Italy are 4-1 to go and win this.
4-1?
Yeah.
That's England.
11-4. I think they're the latest.
Strange.
What's his name again?
Chiellini?
No. No. Belotti getting ready to come on. I knew everything about him except his name, the club he played for. Everything Torino was coming into my head, just not his name. Craig, what's your go-to Chinese order? The old reliable, mate. Chicken balls, fried rice, curry sauce. Usually I get chips as well, but I might go mad. You never know.
Yeah, to lift the trophy, Italy are evens and England 3-4.
But what to win it?
To win it in extra time, 11-4 England, 15-4 Italy.
I tell you what, if I had a punt, which I'm not going to put one on because I don't want to lose focus. If I was having a punt, I'd be punting. I'd be going for a goal in extra time anyway.
England win on penalties, 11-5.
That was much. I think it was 9-10
like
to
7
1.
or 9 or something.
Yeah, before the game. Craig, you're a dub. Or are you a dub? Sorry, I thought you were calling me a dub. Give me a compliment. Originally, but I haven't lived in Dublin for, Jesus, like 20 years now, mate. Maybe a little bit less. But yeah, I grew up in Dublin, yeah. That's a strong order, I rate you. Thank you, sir. I mean, it's still reliable, isn't it? Do you know what I do love, though? And not many Chinese really sell them. I love a pork curry. A char siu pork curry. Delish.
Never had it.
Oh, scores. It's a pork curry. That's what I'd make at home. If I was making a curry, I'd get
I've had pork bolognese, wasn't it?
a pork fillet and cook it and then make a curry out of it. Italy on the... Oh, was that Hendo cleaned out? Yep. Don't be touching my captain there. Who was it? Emerson. Now Hendo's rightly holding his face. Oh, it wasn't Emerson. I was. Cheek of him, you're shite and you have to be putting your elbow into my shoulder into my captain. Look at that, you cheeky bastard. You alright, Cap?
Robbie Knox, that was a piece of shithousery art.
I'll be touching Henderson, the cheek of the man. I still have to question why the hell we're not looking at like Grealish, Sancho, Foden.
Yeah, I just seen Mark tweet that if we lose this, surely, or he said if England lose it, like surely they have to give Grealish a chance at some point. I can imagine losing this game without giving Grealish a chance.
High foot there against one of the Italian players on Maguire.
Wasn't anywhere near his head.
Yeah, certainly didn't
It
hit him in the
was
head.
high,
It was
kick
yeah.
him.
You're the only good dub. Thank you, mate. Well, I mean, even though I've lived probably just over more of my life out of Dublin than in it, I'll always think of myself as a Dubliner. But I'm the very furthest point south of Dublin. I mean, I'm practically Wicklow, but it was in Dublin. Whereas Connor's just a born and bred culture.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you're calling town Ross, I mean, that's, you're stretching it. Am I the white Canade? I'll take it. I mean, I'm certainly, if I sign for That's Football, I want a Canade style video announcement.
Just the park and gory flares everywhere.
Yeah, me in the park in Gory. Loads of people shaking it, flares everywhere. The burning of the Mark Goldbridge part of the That's Football. Almost 4 minutes gone here in extra time. The levels of shithousery are increasing as the minutes go by. Culchie's rule, said Tom Boland. The Sam Maguire said otherwise. Mick said, Connor needs a mic, we can hear him, but can't tell what he's saying. Just needs to shout louder. So what substitutions have we seen so far? Let's check from we have Hendo on and Trippier off and Saka on. Not these in order, but
Rice off.
and Rice off. So is that it for England? Have they only made the two?
I think so. Then Berardi, Belotti and Cristante for Italy.
Yeah, just the two. And Italy have made 4. I mean, again, look at who's on the bench right now. Jack Grealish, Marcus Rashford. I mean, look, I'm thinking attacking wise here. Jadon Sancho, Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Did they get an extra?
And Jude Bellingham. Yeah, they get 6 now.
Jesus.
I mean, this will be questionable towards Southgate if he doesn't empty. Oh, here we go. Chance into the here we go.
Ooh.
Sterling.
Ooh,
Again,
corner.
another part of his game that just lets the lad down, isn't it? Just that final ball at times. Takes up great positions. Look at, great instincts. Lovely ball, by the way, that from El Capitan. The real captain, not Harry Kane. Yeah, you've got to say, I'm baffled here. If I was an England fan, I'd be very confused as to why. Surely he doesn't want the lottery of penalties. Go try win it.
Yeah, you'd have to fancy Italy on penalties. wouldn't
Can
you?
you imagine the pressure?
Horrible way to lose as well, isn't it?
Oh, for anybody, yeah. Horrible way to lose. As I said, if you're a goalkeeper going into a penalty shootout, it's a glorious scenario because you can only be a hero. There's no pressure on a keeper in them.
Locatelli on for Italy.
Ball in, headed away by Italy, drops to Calvin Phillips. He has a crack. Ooh!
Great ball.
I tell you what, no, it just went wide. Not too far away there. Again, great technique from Calvin Phillips. Chests it down, ball's dropping out of the air, eyes on it all the way, knee over the top of the ball. Good clean strike. That's actually a bit wider than we thought originally, but again, good technique. A lot of people saying Kane doing nothing, which, you know, I kind of agree with. But he is the captain, and Southgate looks at him as the leader out there on the pitch. England are playing like there's a second leg, said James. Well played, sir. Well played. Headed away by Maguire. Good control by Kane. Nice layoff to Hendo. It's a misplaced pass from Henderson, but you know he does apologise for it, so it's all right, Cap. Don't worry about it, fella.
I mean, sometimes
Here we go. Grealish coming on now. English Jack Grealish getting stripped off here. I'm not at all bitter about that.
No.
I'm not actually arsed about Rice, to be honest, too much, but Italy on the attack now, right hand side. Well cleared again. Maguire has been very, very solid, hasn't he? At the back for England.
Yes.
Give us your best dad joke. I mean, I've got loads of them, mate. I'll tell you the first joke I ever remember. There, look, my wife's pyjamas. The first joke I ever remember my dad telling me was, it's a shit joke, but why didn't the orange cross the road? Because it ran out of juice. That's the first joke I remember. I was in my parents' bedroom. I was about 5 years of age, because I remember living in a place that I moved out of when we were 6. That's the first joke I ever remember. But I don't have jokes, mate. I only have heroic jokes, because I'm super dad.
Did I tell you the one Robbie Knox said? Or that?
So you're going to have to shout it up, Crosby.
What's the difference between a chickpea and a lentil?
What's the difference between a chickpea and a lentil?
I've never paid for someone to lentil on my face.
I've never paid for someone to lentil on my face.
That's a Robbie Knox classic.
There you go, Robbie Knox. That's a Robbie Knox joke. Always give credit. Right, so Mount is going off to be replaced by Jack Grealish. I'm surprised he left it this long at the extra time. Grealish immediately goes over to Henderson. Obviously, there's a bit of a tactical change here for England. Liz has immediately put the hashtag blame Connor emoji in.
Love to see it.
Don't forget Craig. Don't forget Craig. Don't forget, folks, the link to Craig Station, the new channel up there at the top of the live chat. Go over and drop a sub on there as well for more madness is the only words I can describe what I have planned. Ball into the box. Kane goes down holding his face. Come on, get up, Harry. He didn't hit you in the face, mate. You're not fooling anyone. England players dropping down everywhere. Another one down. Ball in from Shaw. It's cleared, hooked away. It's mad how Kane magically got better there from that face injury, isn't it?
Mad. It's like Immobile, that's how you remember
Yeah, or Chiesa, isn't it?
Or whoever it was.
Are we talking in this game or the other day?
No, I remember the other day.
Oh, yeah, that was Immobile, yeah. Yeah, a little peek through the hand and all. The Ronaldo wink was legendary as well. After an incident in the England-Portugal game.
I remember David Luiz laughing on the ground. He was in pain and he got free and he started laughing to go.
I mean, we shouldn't like it because it's you know, to an extent cheating or whatever, but
You need characters, that's funny.
you do, yeah. There's nothing better than the player on the ground rolling around and then just the fingers opening like this and the little look around just to see what's going on. Ball into the channel now to Grealish. Grealish.
Ooh.
Oh, that was a bad touch from Saka. Good work by Grealish. Took a few defenders with him in one direction. Saka came in the overlap. Grealish read the back heel to him. Little drag back. But Saka, to be fair, there was a touch from the defender as well that forced Saka to take a heavy touch. But again, you can see straight away the impact Grealish has. Rana said Saul is the perfect replacement for Wijnaldum. He's only missed 10 games in 6 seasons. Yeah, 18 in his entire career, Rana. He's a bulletproof, but I'd still rather a Tielemans type player. But you are right. Saul is solid as they come. And again, so if you've worked under Diego Simeone at Atleti, you're not going to be coasting through games either. He's going to be, you know, somebody that's well versed tactically, well drilled, knows the dark arts. So I would have no objections to a lot of the players we've been linked with. I'd have no objections to be fair. I see your theory, Crosby, about number 7 went out the window.
What's my theory? What's Twitter's theory?
I mean, he still could take it, but it'd be very odd to do the signing a new contract thing and put.
Yeah, surely you'd announce it with that.
Yeah.
Unless Milner's leaving, which doesn't seem too likely.
Who would I rather win? Honestly, mate, as I said before the game, I don't really care either way. I mean, for my English mates, I'd like to see them get to celebrate something, but at the same time, I'd also fear never having to hear the end of it. So, you know, for a few individual people, I'd like to see them happy, but, you know, put it this way, I'm still hearing about 1966.
Ooh.
Ball in from Italy. I tell you what, that's the closest we've come. I don't know what Italy are appealing for, but that was very close to Italy pinching a goal right at the end of the first half of extra time. Good work down the left-hand side. It's a poor challenge, actually. They got a cross in. Pickford comes out and it goes behind. Are they appealing for a corner? But ball in. Again, Pickford with a strong arm. Brave goalkeeping there from Jordan Pickford. I keep going to call him Batoli, but that's the butter, isn't it? Belotti, I think, was wanting a corner, but it was goal kick that was given. Again, another backwards header there from Bonucci.
Can't believe it's not Belotti.
Yeah, there you go. Another t-shirt. So, wash and go. I want this clip, by the way. Okay. So, wash and go. I see Goldbridge has a Wash and Goldbridge t-shirt. Where's the Watch and Baldbridge t-shirt, huh? Don't forget about Craig. That's all I'm saying. Wash and go. Don't be harassed. I gave you a song and everything. Two minutes 41 seconds. 2 hours 41 minutes. Italy edge of the box, strike again, well defended by England. They get bodies in the way. Calvin Phillips hooks it away. Last 30 seconds in the first half of extra time. You know, there might be a minute or so added on perhaps for stoppages. Kane with a good tackle. Referee says, makes the signal for it. You know, the universal signal for you got the ball. As if to say you didn't get the ball, which you didn't, but you used the wrong signal, referee. The signal is, that's for the signal of got the ball. One minute of additional time at the end of the first period of extra time. Oh, nice ball into the channel. Cross in. Again, look who's there. It's Maguire. Reading the situation. Grealish fouled, free kick to England left hand side. This does start a bang of a game that's going to penalties. I can feel that, like, I've no sound on, obviously, ladies and gentlemen, because of copyright and stuff, but I can feel the tension from here.
15 minutes and penalties.
Probably the one scenario no England fan wanted in the final. So, you know, if you were to lose it, you'd rather lose it in 90. Referee gives a free kick here. Handball against Italy. A good chance right at the end of the first half of extra time. And he was spot on as well. Good spot that from the official. Chance for England to get a ball into the box. Luke Shaw standing over it. Drop this somewhere in and around
Harry Maguire's head.
Yeah. You'd want Maguire heading to the back post here, and you'd want to be putting this somewhere about 10 yards out, 8 yards out. Look at him, he's sneaking around the back there. Shaw with the free kick. This will be the last action of the first half of extra time.
Henderson header to back post. Calling out.
Poor young man in the crowd biting his fingernails. Ball in. That's awful. And the ref gives a free out anyway, and that's the end of the first half of extra time. Is he blown up for the first half? If he hasn't, we're just wasting our time here. Yes, he has. So that's the end of the first half of extra time. We are 15 minutes away from either somebody being crowned champions or a penalty shootout. And still you look at Southgate's bench. Okay, he's brought on Grealish, but Sancho on there. Rashford, lightning pace between the two of them to try and go and win this.
Mark's literally shitting himself. He's gone to the toilet.
Imagine amateur hour over there, having to take toilet breaks. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd piss myself before I take a toilet break. Italian fans seem in good spirits there inside Wembley. The pizza slices on the phone. Mario's jumping up and down though, and Luigi. The amount of people on their phones, it's mad. I don't think I ever have my phone out at games of football.
I take a few pictures like half time and stuff, but other than that, no chance.
I mean, it's great to see all fans there still cheering, screaming in good spirits. That's what it's all about. Oh, the tension though. The funny thing is, there's not supposed to be breaks at half time of extra time. It's really just supposed to be a swap around, but there always is a little break.
Do you reckon England are nearly at a disadvantage if it goes to penalties because the crowd would be so nervous? Like if they were in somewhere else with not as many English fans.
I mean, the pressure would certainly be more on them, but I'm trying to think. Like, Donnarumma's a big frame in the goal as well.
True.
But Pickford is a decent penalty shot stopper. So.
I'd more worry about the lads scoring than saying.
Oh, Rashford's coming on. I think this is the right move.
Like, I think if players were to bottle it, it'd be the scorers rather than Pickford's.
Well, Italy have been through a penalty shootout in this tournament already.
Yeah.
And were very composed. I mean, that Jorginho penalty was just ridiculous. I actually seen the Panenka for the first time the other day, the original Panenka for Hungary to win. Was it the European Championships or it was the European Championships in '67, I think?
I love that Cruyff penalty, you know, when he just passed it to the other fella and tapped it back to him.
Oh yeah, the one Henry and Thingy tried.
Yeah.
Made an absolute hames of it. Can you Google that Panenka thing? The original Panenka. I think it was '67. I don't know if it was the World Cup or the European Championships. I think it was Hungary to win the European Championships. Right, we're underway. Second period of extra time.
Czech Republic player in the 1976 Euros.
Czech Republic? I always thought Panenka. No, it's Puskás, who's Hungarian, sorry. So it was a Czech Republic, a Czechoslovakian player, I suppose, at the time.
Exactly, versus West Germany, 1976.
76, there you go.
Euro final.
Rashford's on anyway. It was a... Yeah, I mean, to have the nuts to do that as well.
Wonder what the reaction at the time was like. It's just completely bizarre.
It's great though, like a Cruyff turn as well. Like imagine having a whole football move named after you or a technique.
Or even Puskás. Imagine knowing like the best goals are named after you.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? I do love a Cruyff turn though, even though Lallana used to take the piss at times with them, but that's mad. He learns something new every day. So I got the numbers the wrong way around with the 67. It was 76, but I thought it was Hungary. But there you go. Obviously it was Czechoslovakia, but the penalty was amazing. Dangerous free kick here for Italy. It's very far out, so you know it's gonna have to be something extremely special. Hopefully Pickford gets his positioning a bit better. Let me have a look at him. Again, I think he's given too much. I think he needs one more step to his left.
Do you want penalties now, or would you rather it be settled now?
If I'm a fan.
Just from now.
Oh, from a neutral, I want penalties, definitely. Oh! The strike was great. Pickford got behind it, but...
Brilliant.
Yeah. Look at the space he gave. I know that's the wall side, but it's still too much for me.
That distance, though. He has time to get across.
He
Like.
didn't when Damsgaard belted it past them.
True.
And that wasn't even in the corner, like.
Just factor in his arm length.
The main thing was there though, he did the right thing in getting his body behind the ball. So even if you spill it with your hands, your body's behind it. But it was a fine strike as well. I tell you what though, if I'm an England fan, winning it on penalties would just feel like the ultimate redemption.
Yeah.
It would feel like...
The curse is lifted.
Yeah. But if you were... Ball into the penalty area, strike blocked.
Where's Roy Lapping?
Kane now edge of the penalty area, ball back in. Oh, Donnarumma flapped, but he got a hand on it. And Italy just about getting away. Whew, I tell you what. England were piling it on there. I mean, nobody will want it to go to penalties as a player because it's a lottery, like.
You'd have to fancy the Italians, though, wouldn't you? I'm sure they'd fancy themselves, though.
That's lazy running from Belotti again.
Offside.
It's shit running and stuff like that does my head in.
Offside now.
That's literally his job. He's a centre forward. That is lazy centre forward play from Belotti. There's the ball into the box from Kane. Donnarumma came out. I mean,
Lucky Stones didn't get hit to it.
yeah.
It's very close. Jesus.
He didn't even really get at it. He just gets half an arm on it.
If Stones used wash and go and had that good hair product, like he'd be getting that in.
I'll tell you, watch now when I play, if I play for the HITC Sport lads, you'll see me catching them.
Then kicking them out straight into their goal.
Either that or conceding 15 and looking like the fat shite that I am. But either way, I'll be doing it confidently.
So that's what people would expect, so you can't really lose, like.
Oh, remember the clip I sent you? The monk, did you watch that in the film? The goalkeeper coming out.
Yeah.
That'll be me. I'm telling you, I'll be dropping knees and all. I will dancing on the edge of the box. If you haven't watched Mean Machine, by the way, watch it. It's a great film. He's lost the ball. He's lost the fucking ball. Craig, I'm going to cry. Only thing keeping a smile on my face is remembering the Manscaped advert, said James Roseman. There you go, mate. Don't forget the code WFM20. It also makes your nuts 20% bigger. I can't scientifically prove that, but, you know, I'm lying. Again, don't forget, if it does go to penalties, folks, get over to Boyle Sports, have a little look there, see who you fancy. Do you think England do it? I mean, have the app open if you fancy a little flutter on it. I'd imagine if I was an England fan, if this was Ireland now, I'd be behind the sofa. I wouldn't even be able to watch a penalty shootout.
I'm feeling nervous. I don't even really particularly care who wins.
I'm feeling really calm. I genuinely, like... I don't say I don't care, because that sounds very harsh, but I think it going to penalties is probably a fair reflection.
Yeah. No one really deserves to win.
Oh, good play, Sterling. Oh, Chiellini. He's just a master defender, isn't he?
He really is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean it to sound harsh. If somebody goes and gets a winner, great, but I think a fair reflection of the game would be that it went all the way. Grealish now. Drifts across, looking for options, flicks the ball out left side. Shaw. It's a little bit behind. It looks England are pushing on here, though. The Italians are the ones sitting back now. And there's a full 9 minutes to go. Southgate urges his men forward. You give England credit that, you know, they're not showing nerves. They're going to try and win this game. You watching Goldbridge? I can only imagine what he's going through right now.
No, I'm watching the sec. If it goes to pens, we're putting him on.
Eight and a half minutes to go. I feel for all the England and Italian fans watching. Genuinely, I do. I can't imagine what the nerves must be like for all of you. Hendo now, right hand side, little ball inside to Kane. Kane, nice ball between the lines to Sterling. Sterling gets muscled out of it. There's a foul there between, I think the ref's waving on the medical team. Grealish went down quite heavily. Players are arguing, but surely the priority here has to be the lads that are down injured. So stop arguing and get the medical lads on. Grealish looks in some pain. And so does, is that Jorginho? There's 2 players down injured.
Mark's
I don't
on the
know.
wine.
Huh?
Mark's on the wine, but it looks like.
Yes, Jorginho and Grealish. I mean, it's a 50-50. Oh, it's a 50-50. And again, it's the bobble of the ball. Look, going over the ball and in.
Red card, do you reckon?
Do you know what I'm gonna say? This, I wouldn't be the angriest person in the world if that was a red card.
So you got the ball, but the studs were up. So
It's. I said this before. It's about that. You know, it's a spherical object, obviously. So your foot hits it, but it's the way he went into the tackle. Like he went in with his studs to the ball. So yeah, I would say red card. I would say red card. No, yeah. The more I look at it, I'd say red card. Because he went in with the studs down. He didn't go with his toe and the follow through. So I'd say red card.
Mark's losing his head.
I'd say red card, ladies and gentlemen. Yellow card for Jorginho. You know, I don't think he could have argued if that was a red. I really don't.
Mark's more pissed off because he's one of the best penalty takers.
Mick says they're about out of control. True, but Grealish was going through with his shins, mate, whereas Jorginho went in with his studs to get the ball. He didn't even put his toe to it first and then roll over it. He literally went in studs to the ball and then it went straight into Grealish. Look, both players are back up on their feet anyway. Obviously Grealish doesn't have to go off because once a player's booked for fouling you, you don't have to go off if you're injured. Calvin Phillips with the free kick. That's not great. Donnarumma comes and claims that easily. And now Jorginho will be waved back on by the ref. We've got just over 5 minutes of extra time to go. Look at this gobshite. Craig, where are you hiding that Union Jack? Oh, God. Well, first of all, you fucking idiot. It's not the national flag of England. It's the UK flag, you absolute fucking dope. Or the Great Britain flag. St. George's Cross, I think, is the England flag. So first of all, you're an idiot. And second of all, shut the fuck up. Why are the people that always try and troll the least informed, least intelligent dregs of society? Don't even know what the flag is that you're trying to slag me off about, mate. It's either the Great Britain or United Kingdom flag that you're shiting on about, but I think the St. George's Cross is the England flag. You absolute dope. I'm clearly a proud Irish person, mate, but I'm just not a hay-filled fucker like you clearly are. Sorry, this is getting demonetised now. There's too many bad words there. I know I'm only joking, didn't mean any offence. Oh, but you absolutely did mean offence, mate. I mean, I accept your apology and I don't want you to boot without a chatter at, no problem, Water Dragon, but I know what you meant. You know what you meant. And you were trying to stoke up the anti-English sentiment from Irish people. I no problem with your apology, all good. Don't worry about that, but, you know, at least be honest about it. You know what you tried to point towards.
Any shout for a penalty there, do you reckon, handball?
I didn't get to see it. Oh. The referee gives a goal kick. I thought there might have been a free kick there. Look, on the whole England-Ireland thing, surely we've all moved past that. Surely we're not at that point anymore as either nation. You know, as I said earlier on, it wasn't anybody that's still alive now that had anything to do with any of that stuff. So, I'm somebody that looks to move forward, looks to progress. I'm proud to be Irish, I'm proud of my magnificent country. But I'm not anti anybody else. That's the thing, like, I don't do hate, it's not my thing. I want everyone to be happy. I want everybody to find love. And I want the bleeding Chinese. And I also want the Wash and Go t-shirt. So, mate, all good on that front. No hard feelings on my end. It's all good. 2 minutes to go until we're in a penalty shootout. It was obviously, you know, I don't want to tempt fate here, but it's almost the way it was going to be, isn't it?
Penalties.
Yeah.
Bring all the attackers now.
Yeah, all the penalty takers coming on now. Sancho, Rashford. I mean, Rashford was getting stripped ages ago. Why is he only coming on now? Can you imagine the scenes now if England poached a late winner? Oh, I don't think... I mean, to say the roof will come off Wembley would be an understatement.
If Sancho will go winner.
If anyone came on and just got a winner now, if England grabbed the winner right into death... Again, you're in this period of don't do anything stupid, don't be the one that gives the ball away. By all means, try and play it forward, but no sloppy passes at the back. Italy work the ball left side. Cross in, it's defended. That'll be a corner to Italy. In the last minute of extra time, England making a double change here.
Oh, could you imagine they scored here?
He's taking Hendo off, is he? Oh no, who wears A for England? Is it Hendo?
I think so, yeah. It's odd.
Yeah, Henderson coming off. Obviously he's just getting his penalty takers ready and he doesn't trust Hendo on a penalty. He did miss one previously, I think, didn't he? So Rashford's on and Sancho about to come on as well. So as has been done previously with Grealish, the sub gets subbed with Southgate and Walker off. I tell you, I'd probably have trusted Walker to take a penalty. And Jadon Sancho on. I mean, that's a bold decision right before this corner, by the way. Taking someone with the height of Kyle Walker off when you're defending a corner.
Oh, can you imagine the score here?
I don't know about that. I mean, I know you want to get your attackers on, but you're defending a corner. Oh, they get a flick on at the near post. Belotti keeps it in far side. Calvin Phillips just hooks it away.
Do we have penalties?
Three minutes.
Ooh.
See, Southgate would have had loads of time to get his attackers. Honestly, that baffled me. Defending a corner and taking off somebody with the height of Walker.
Even now, 3 minutes without like a lot of your defenders.
I'm getting Kane to drop back deeper here if I'm Southgate, because, you know, if nothing else, he can head the ball away in the box. He's good aerially. No need for him to be up top. Just leave Sancho or Rashford sitting on the halfway line. Throw in to England. We're into there's less than 2 minutes of additional time here in extra time, unless there's an absolute miracle. It's going to penalties.
Rashford playing right back.
I mean, look, folks in the chat, I've no issue with Henderson being taken off. England have to get their best penalty takers on the pitch. Same way when Sancho was taken off or when Grealish was taken off previously for tactical reasons. I've no issues with that. The only thing I was pointing out was that they were defending the corner and Walker's height was there, but Italy still trying to push forward here. We have 70 seconds ago, sorry. Italy have it left hand side.
Mark shitting himself.
I don't blame him. I'd be a nervous wreck if this was Liverpool right now. I mean, I literally think I'd be vomiting if this was Liverpool.
100%.
Ball in and it goes behind. It'll be an England goal kick. Pickford just loves to moan, doesn't he? He's moaning at Rashford over something there. Looks like we're going to penalties. And there's the Popes there as well. We've had the pizza slice every Italian stereotype you can think of has been inside that stadium. And they're all Italians, by the way, that are dressed up, so...
Even the players, it's like...
Well, I tell you what, this is either got to be the best way for England to win the Euros or the worst way for them to lose it. But either way, it's either going to be the highest of highs or the lowest of lows. We've had the 3 minutes of stoppage time. The referee puts the whistle to his lips. It's gone to penalties, folks. It is gone to penalties. Best of luck to both sides. I'm going to send Garbage a little message. I'm not going to wind them up. Jesus, I wouldn't fucking dare wind them up.
He's standing up now, he can't sit down. He's like kneeling down in front of the desk, can't sit.
Did you post that wash and go clip yet?
Not yet, no.
Right. Let's see who's going to be the hero, who's going to be the villain. Well, actually, I don't think there should be a villain in a penalty shootout, in all honesty, but what have we got Chinese-wise? Solid 20-something minutes left, 40 minutes left. We're all right in that front. I can see, look, Prince William counting up the penalty takers on his hand. You love to see that. He's counting up, thinking on his own hand who's taking the penalties, and you see them going and naming the names. Right, ladies and gentlemen, it is either the best way or the worst way to win something, but it's gone to penalties. Again, if you fancy a little floater before the penalty shootout, jump onto the Boyle Sports app really quick. But either way, yeah, we're gone to penalties.
Just text Lee Shappy, say you won't be watching a single one. Oh, imagine this.
I'm just forwarding the same message to any English person that I know, basically. Right. Let's see what happens. A McDonald's ad came on at the end of the... Oh, you dirty... Jack, you're killing me, mate. No, don't worry, the wife won't let me down. She'll be sending the WhatsApp messages to Connor asking what the orders are if things are running late. I actually think neither side deserved to lose that game, so I think this is probably a fair reflection of what we've seen. England looked sharper towards the end.
I agree with what you're saying, but imagine like the one player who misses now. Like this game doesn't deserve to have a villain.
It doesn't, you're right. And I don't think anybody who misses a penalty should be a villain. Because
you know what I mean? Like,
just
having the carry that forever then like
having the guts to step up and take one. Look, you can... Oh, this is where, you know what, you're probably better being in the away team in this scenario.
You know, if that was me, I'd be glad I was taken off if I was Henderson.
Honestly,
I would not be taken off.
Hand on heart, and I'm not just saying this to try and act Billy Big Bollocks, but I'd be saying put me on number 5. I'm telling you. And I'd also be as a goalkeeper saying, don't worry, it won't be going to number 5. I'll have won it for us before that. Chiellini and Kane, there are no fucking hugs this time.
Yeah, what do you think of it from the keeper's point of view? Like, are you almost like there's no pressure on me,
None.
so I can be the hero, but I can't really do it?
It looks like it's gone in front of the Italian fans.
Mark just read your comment. He said it was horrible.
What?
You read your message. You said it was horrible.
Alright, he replied. What, my message was horrible?
No, I was saying like, oh mate, it's
Oh.
horrible. It's like the feeling.
Are we in front of the Italian or the England fans? For the penalties?
Not sure.
But yeah, look, if you're a goalkeeper in this scenario, well, I was a goalkeeper that took penalties anyway for my team, but you can only be a hero as a keeper. So there is no pressure. It's all about body language now. If you're a penalty taker, you know, my advice would always be go to the goalkeeper's weaker kicking foot side, because you tend to be your dive tends to be less strong to that side.
Mark's just comparing the keeper, saying it's unfair. He's so big.
God, it's in front of the England fans. Southgate's able to smile. Fair play to him. I mean, he's led this team really well, Gareth Southgate. He's been, whatever you think of him as a human being, he seems like an exquisite fella. Of course, VAR being used here for the goalkeepers on their lines and stuff, but who's taking it first? It looks like Donnarumma's walking away, so who's taking the first penalty? Italy are up first.
I can't even explain how stressed he looks.
Italy are up first, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know what? I'll clear the scoreboard, so I'll do the penalties.
Yeah, good show.
I'll do the penalties on the scoreboard. Right, so Italy are the away ones. They're up first. First penalty. Jordan Pickford loosening himself up. I love these camera angles. Italy first penalty, scored. 1-0 Italy, great penalty, sends the keeper the wrong way.
What a horrible way to decide a game, though.
I know, but they've thought of every other way. Berardi with a penalty, side footer, Pickford goes the wrong way. Pressure on England now. Who's first up? Kane. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, Mark's just debating that as well.
Kane steps up first. Deep breath. Good penalty. Donnarumma went the right side, but Kane put enough on it. It was right into the corner. It's 1-1.
Donnarumma's a unit, though, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
That's Italy one.
Yeah, they are taking the next penalty. I've already done the England one.
Oh, sorry.
Bellotti. He looks like a man that's not confident. I'm saying this now, he does not look confident. I'm going to try to read his body language. No, he doesn't look confident to me.
Hitting a bar.
He looks like this has gone laces through it. Bellotti. Saved by Pickford. Pickford saves it. I told you, he did not look confident. England have the edge in the penalty shootout. I said it. I told you, he did not look confident. And it wasn't a great penalty, but Pickford still made the save. Nothing wrong with it from Pickford's point of view. 1 foot behind the line. Great save by Jordan Pickford, but I called it before he stepped up. Maguire now the next one up for England. England have the advantage.
Mark's losing his head.
Harry Maguire next one up.
He scored this.
Similar run up to Bellotti. Maguire. Great. Oh, that is a... I tell you what. That is one of the best penalties you will see from Harry Maguire.
That's ridiculous.
That is top bins, and that is delicious. I mean, wow. What? Look at this. Oh! Camera gets lashed over it. Oh, he drills the top corner. Oh! That's filth.
He actually broke the camera.
That is filth. That's how you take a penalty. Wow.
Hell.
Maguire drilling that one top bins. That was like an arrow, wasn't it?
That's ridiculous.
Again, pressure massively on Italy now. Bonucci. Oh, Pickford nearly got there, but Bonucci just about gets it past them. Two, but England have a penalty in hand. Oh, it's just over. See, that's what I was saying to you before. If you get height on a penalty, 80% odds if you get it over shoulder height or so that it's going in. Marcus Rashford next up.
It's not hard and low you should be going though.
More chance of the keeper saving a hard and low.
I suppose they're expecting to go low, aren't they?
Yeah, it's the height is tougher because you can't get the leverage to jump. Rashford now. Marcus Rashford, England's third penalty taker. 2 out of 2 so far. Again, a very straight type run up.
Ridiculously straight.
Deep breath. Now curves the angle. Rashford, little stop. Oh, he's hit the post.
Awful. That's awful.
He's hit the post.
That is awful.
He's hit the post now. Thankfully for England, they had a bit of wiggle room. You know, it's back all square. He waited for the keeper to move. Oh, he's hit the front of the post.
What was that run up?
He was waiting for the keeper to move. He was trying to get the keeper to blink first.
Oh, that's awful.
It's all square. Both sides have missed 1 after 3. Fourth penalty taker to come up now. Bernadeschi, is it?
Yeah. Why am I so nervous?
It's a penalty shootout. It's just inbuilt, isn't it?
It really is.
I just feel bad for the lads that miss more than that.
Yeah.
Bernadeschi now. Oh, straight down the middle and Pickford dives past it. Takes a brave man to go down the middle with a penalty, I'll tell you that. Pressure back on England now. This is England's fourth penalty. Oh, that takes a brave man to go down the middle with a penalty. Jadon Sancho. It's been a succession of United penalty takers basically here. Sancho steps up.
Mark's not confident.
Saved!
Oh.
It's saved. Donnarumma makes the save. If Italy score this penalty, Italy win the European Championships. His foot's on the line, nothing wrong with that. Makes himself big. See what I mean about the height?
Awful penalty again.
Didn't get the leverage.
Oh.
This is it. If Italy score this, they win the European Championships. And it's Jorginho.
Had to be Jorginho, didn't it? Sings when he says it.
He doesn't look that confident. Massive, massive, massive moment this.
Pickford doesn't need to stand his ground.
Jorginho versus Pickford. If Jorginho scores, Italy win the Euros. Jorginho steps up.
Oh!
It's saved! Pickford saves it!
Oh, Lord.
It's saved! England live again!
Fucking hell.
England now have a chance. They score, we're into sudden death. Oh! He hits the post and bounces back. Jordan Pickford with a magnificent save. Again,
Wow.
I've told you, he didn't look confident.
He didn't.
I've called the two lads who didn't look confident.
Who's up for England now? Saka.
Oh, pressure. This has descended into sudden death. Oh, I'll tell you what, this has been an up and down penalty shootout, hasn't it?
My heart's racing.
Saka now. It's saved!
Oh,
It's saved! Italy win the European Championships. Gianluigi Donnarumma saves 3 out of the 5 penalties. And you have to feel for those boys that missed, but it is saved, and it is Italy's European Championship. Gareth Southgate, Sporting as always, go straight over to congratulate Roberto Mancini. It is... It's a tough way to lose a tournament. Saka's obviously heartbroken, but I mean, look, it's not Saka's fault. There was 3 penalties missed for England, some good saves from both goalkeepers. But Italy have continued their unbeaten streak and have won the European Championships, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you gotta... I hate saying this as an Everton player, but you gotta feel for Pickford there as well after that massive save.
Really do.
But Italy, it's their trophy. Roberto Mancini and Italy have won the European Championships. And penalty heartache once again for England. I mean, what a roller coaster of a penalty shootout that was. But what you would say if you're an England fan is that this team will come again. You know, there's enough young talent there. You can see what it means to Mancini as well. But to any of the English fans watching, obviously my heart goes out to you all. To the Italian fans, congratulations to all of you. But it is a tough way, isn't it, to lose a game of football, particularly a final. But you know, that's the way it is, ladies and gentlemen. Look.
Should we just point out as well the 2 players he brought on to take penalties both missed?
Yeah, I mean, look, you got to feel for any lads that missed, and it was a real roller coaster of a penalty shootout. But it is Italy's name that is getting carved into the trophy. And look, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it from us. Don't forget, sub to Craig Station, drop a like on the video, hit the subscribe button. Again, I'm almost speechless at the way it's ended, but it is Italy's European Championship. Congratulations to them. Commiserations to Gareth Southgate and England, but it's Italy's championships, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.